Damn, time zones are crazy. In Britain, it's Friday right now. It's actually Monday in the USA, and it's approximately 48 hours ahead of you guys. Hello. Nightmare, you finally got first. Hell yeah. Hi Nightmare, hi Bunjari, hi Hell. Hi Hellsey. What's everyone up to? Today is Minecraft Monday. Aren't you guys so excited? It'll be day 2 of our journey together. I was not aware our time zones were so different. Yeah, I'm basically from the future. Hi Vincent. What's up? Vincent, have you played Minecraft? Do you play? I remember you mentioned... Wait, no. You play Slay the Spire. Do you play... In the UK, it's Friday, the weekend. The real me comes alive. In the UK, it's Friday. In America, it's 1680. What happened in 1680 in America? Wait, 1680. Wait, I forgot. It did not exist. When was USA made? Oh my god, it's 1776. I was only 100 years off. What happened in 1680? My stream title? Yeah, it's Minecraft Monday. Do you guys like it? 1776, your mom. Hi Kobayashi! How have you been? I missed you. And your fun facts. Wait, what 1680 in England? Minecraft Friday. How's the music volume, guys? Also, I've been thinking about getting Tomodachi Life on my Nintendo Switch. I do not have a Switch 2. I don't have the money for it. I got one for Teledor for their birthday, but it was like a group gift because a bunch of friends like chipped in, and so we all put our money together to get them a Switch 2. I just have like a little Switch Lite. Imagine if they had a Switch Lite. Thank you. If I got a Switch, if they made a Switch Lite, Switch 2 Lite. How many organs did you each have to sell? We had to sell a nut each. Make them let you borrow it. I can't because Tomodachi Life is like only one save file. Well, I'm not playing it, I'm just watching the wife play it. What each? A ball, a nut. Wait, in 1680 in England was gripped by the exclusion crisis and intense political struggle to prevent the Catholic James Duke of York from inheriting the throne. Dang. Hi Paranoid! Welcome back! Love the model, thank you! Thank you. We thought it was a Switch 2 exclusive. I think they actually, for once they made it so that it's not a Switch 2 exclusive, you can put it on your Switch. We found out it wasn't, and now we have it. Did you get a Switch 2 just for Tomodachi Life? Wow, Catholic slander is Britain's favorite thing. How many times has Britain gone from being like pro-Catholic to anti-Catholic? Don't they like, sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes. It's like pro-Catholic and then how many times has Britain been Catholic? Dude, I don't know, just let me enjoy my fish and chips. Each king just switched it for the fun of it. Or if he wants to divorce his wife, get a new one. And then, yeah, wait. Britain was predominantly Roman Catholic once from the 6th century until the Reformation in 1534. Huh. Interesting. Shout out King Henry VIII. Yeah, shout out to all of his wives. Sorry some of them still have to carry their heads around as ghosts. He may not have been a real one, but he was real. What's interesting about King Henry VIII is that he actually apparently was like a really nice guy in his like until he was like in his early 20s or something, and then he fell off a horse and had a head injury, and then his personality drastically changed after that. So it's likely that he had a head injury, and like, you know how some serial killers, like, they were normal when they were younger, and then they got a big head injury, and then they like ended up being like serial killers, or like, because it people whose personalities drastically change after a head injury, it's usually that they like hit their head and it affects the part of their brain that affects like that does impulse control, and so they end up like becoming like really different. He was a nice guy until he fell off. People would be changing religions to divorce people. Didn't they make Protestants because James was gay? Did they? I can't believe that people use, to this day, like, I've been to church when I was like younger, when I used to go to church. I'm not religious anymore, but like, people who would still use the King James Bible to this day, even though it's been proven that he literally like manually handpicked and like straight up just fabricated parts of the Bible and put it in there to prove that like he should have an excuse to burn accused witches at the stake. And then even I think towards the end of his life, he was like, actually, that was kind of fucked up. You guys should not believe what I said. And people still use it. That's so crazy. And I went to, as a kid, to church and there was a lot of people still using that Bible. Isn't that weird? That's so strange. And some people still believe that guy who is like, oh yeah, in wolf packs, there's an alpha and an omega. And then he was like, actually, I was wrong. There's no such thing. And people still use it for their freaking furry fan fiction. It was, tamed by the wolf, blah, 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 blah. But you know, it's just fiction. It's fine. IMO, you can't believe in a book. It could be changed hundreds of times over history. You cannot even get like 10 people in a room to play telephone without the original sentence being changed into something extremely crazy like at the end. And so how can you expect the Bible to be word for word completely accurate or even contain like an essence of its initial, like the original vision without being colored by all this like different parts of like intersecting like culture and like different... I do believe, I maintain the belief that like the original vision of like religion and like Christianity and stuff like that, I do think it had like, if there is a God out there, he has good intentions, but the way that he like spread it to his messengers as mortal humans who are all corrupt, we all had this like different ideas of what it could mean, and then it undoubtedly like biased the way that we interpreted it and then like pass it on. Like, oh yeah, why don't we like burn people for doing this and that, and it's like, maybe we just shouldn't burn people at all. You know what I mean? My favorite fanfic trope is, I'm not reading that out loud. The guy who said vaccines cause autism rescinded his statements and people still claim it. Exactly! I was about to bring that up too. Sometimes the lies simply run far away from their originator's control. Fun fact, the UK's participation in both world wars drastically changed the foot shape and size of their entire population, bringing down their foot size down to my almost 2 full sizes. Okay, I need you guys to see. You guys haven't... So like, for people who are new, you haven't seen Kobayashi's like rants, but like Kobayashi has a lot of really interesting facts about feet. And so this is often what the chat will look like whenever he's here. Like, look at the discrepancy between these two images. I need you to look at this. My chat right now, like that is crazy. Do you see this? The difference in these like right next to, like back to back. Oh my god, my favorite part of the Bible is where it says people is pi equals 3. Came from Minecraft, got stuck in a debate about the nature of religion. Why? That's just how my brain works. The foot shape thing is actually crazy. Wait, why do people's like foot shapes, like what are the environmental factors that would make someone's foot shape and size like go down? I remember versus me and Vincent saying the word boobies 100 times. Two guys who like fun facts, only one has a feet footish. Can you spot it? Alright, bud, what the hell? Dude, someone's making, I've missed too many streams where I can randomly call you out with rumors. Oh yeah, by the way, Nightmare is our newest moderator. Everyone say, hello, Commander Nightmare. If you guys misbehave, she'll time you out for, 69 seconds. Hello, Commander. Everyone say hello, Commander. Hello, Commander. Everyone say hello, Commander in chat. 07 to salute, commemorate our newest moderator. It's an honor, please don't ban me. Yeah, welcome to the club. Oh yeah, Minecraft. Okay, let's go to Minecraft. Hold on, let me move here. I gotta move my big fat head over here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay. Da, 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 da. Which mod is the most likely to admin abuse aside from Froggy? Honestly, I'm not sure. Who would it be? The newest one? You could say her name. Her name is Commander Nightmare. Watch this. Okay, okay, let's see. I'm gonna load up the game here. I'm in danger. Can you guys still hear the music? Whoa, 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 my computer. Whoa, whoa. The chat disappeared. Hold on. Video settings. Can this... Oh, okay, there it is. I fixed it. No, I didn't. Mod's blind action is foreskin on the black market? Who are you talking about? Chat, behave. Okay, okay, I have Minecraft here. I'm gonna go ahead and say it ain't me or you, Froggy. Hey, 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 hey. We don't talk about other people's foreskin in the chat. Given that I don't think we have the aforementioned body part. Wait, let me see here. How's the mods? How's the audio of the music? Okay, that's good. Bro is checking if they have foreskin. Why is my... Okay, that's better. Oh, you're seeing MC? Music good? Okay, thank you. Mods, ban him. Ah! Ba, 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 ba. Hi, RK! Hold on. Now my Minecraft audio's... Fuck! Da, da. Okay, do swamp. You okay, Vincent? Feel free to call out anything in chat if you don't like the conversation. I discourage people from talking about other people's body parts unless said person brought it up themselves first or something. I said I'm chilling. Guys, look at my 5 dogs. I need to make an anvil so I can name them. Why do you have a family of dogs? I'm Makima. Wait, how do I make an anvil? What's their names? Chad, Michael, Murray. I actually don't know. What should it be? Iron bars and iron blocks? Wait, seriously? Oh, fuck. That's so lame. Can I name one? Put in your votes. Once I get an anvil, we'll be able to do something about it. 3 iron blocks, 4 iron ingots. That's so ass. I need to get more then. Dang it. Got C13. Name 1 nugget. I have this. I can make sticks too. What are you guys looking at? Name them all other animal names. Well, I need to make chat bigger. Why are you guys so small on the side of my... Excuse me? Okay, mods, another audio test. How does this... Is this too quiet or loud? That's fine? Okay. Can you still hear the music in the background too? But if you name them after the tadpole's viewing today, honest suggestions. I want one named Craiglit. Yeah, Craigslist. Thank you for the audio check mods. I'll have to think about it. Let's see. Maybe we could name them after the mods. That would be fun. Because sometimes I'll name things after viewers and then they'll like disappear and I'm like, wait, what happened to them? Which is fine, but it's like, I want them to be able to enjoy the fact that they're named after them if they're like gonna be here more often to see it. You know what I mean? Craiglet. Yeah, the mods. Dude, if they die though, I'm sorry if they die. I need to get more sticks. Yeah, longtime viewers. Oh, of course. Yes, yes. Nothing against people who don't come here often. I just hope you understand my logic. You know what I mean? Oh! Shit. Ah! Stop that! Wait, I need a shield soon. Ah! Oh my god, they're fighting each other. Ah! Get away! Okay. Don't touch my turtles. Ow! Fuck off! Ah! Oh, oh. This is my pet dog Kobayashi. Wait, what if we actually named it like Kobayashi? Like, all A's. Dude, we could get Manjari too. Manjari, I'd love to name one after you. I don't trust you to take care of me. Take care of me, Wolf. No, 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 no. I'll be very good to you. Don't worry. Don't worry your little head. Vincent? Wait, that'd be really funny. Vincent? That does happen when a skeleton accidentally shoots another mob. That's really cool. Okay, don't worry guys, I'll read out loud. It's a mixture of early trench foot before they figured out how to combat that. The other reason is the foot size of soldiers was above 9+ men's in this instance. Hundreds of thousands died, and an overwhelming majority of them did not leave too many offspring, or didn't have any at all. This naturally lowered the large foot-sized gene pool, then accompanied by the lack of very large walls and life becoming easier. This naturally makes our bodies smaller. Smaller hands, feet, etc. That's actually very fascinating. The thing with Kobayashi's like facts is that you read it at first and you're like, oh, it's gonna be about feet, haha, he's being Mr. Funny. But then the thing is you read it and you're like, wait, there's actually like real value to this information, and now you know just one more fact to make people like kind of uncomfortable like at Thanksgiving dinner, but still intrigued enough because you know it's like actually accurate. Everyone say thank you, Kobayashi. I need to plant this. You know how like everyone has their autism interest? That's mine. Oh yeah, did I tell you about my new diagnosis this year? I got diagnosed with autism. And everyone that I told who already has autism was like, yeah, and? We told you. But they're like, oh yeah, I know. I knew. I'm like, okay, damn. Yeah, thank you for the facts. Footmaster. Wait, no, that's not it. Where's the thing? Okay. Da, 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 da. It's so dark. Hold on. Is it infectious? I'm trying to avoid that. You had to get diagnosed? Well, my psychiatrist that I've known since I was little, or not little, but like a young teenager, he was like, he kept saying like, wait, you have autism, right? And I was like, no, I don't know why you keep saying that. And then I kept thinking about it for like years and years and years. And I was like, do I have autism? And he's like, well, let's see. And we went down this whole like diagnostic like rabbit hole. And he was like, yeah, I think you do. I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Is it infectious? I'm trying to avoid that. The foot facts or the autism? It's not, but for some reason we seem to congratulate anyway, so bad news, bud. What was I doing again? Wait, let's kill more of these motherfuckers. Hey, get over here. Once I get a shield... Ow! I think that'll help quite a lot. Die! Good. Ooh! Fish! Come here. Oh! More fish. Wait, do cats... When you find a cat in Minecraft, do they respond better when... Oh, I'm gonna drown, I'm gonna drown. Do they respond better when you give them raw fish or like cooked fish? Hold on. I'm already diagnosed with ADHD. What's one more? To be frank, I hear it's sometimes hard to detect both. You might have it a little easier for a diagnostic process because I'm saying this absolute like seriousness because you're like a white guy. You fit the demographic of like the people they would often study in order to learn about autism. Raw fish? Okay. I know somebody who got diagnosed with like some work reason to get like work accommodation, and then after they left that job looking for work got really hard. So a lot of workplaces didn't want to hire people who were diagnosed with autism, especially for jobs that involved working with the public. Yeah, there is discrimination. I think being able to reveal your disability to ask for an accommodation versus like trying to figure out when you should maybe keep it to yourself because some people are not so nice about it. It's a hard back and forth to play. It must be raw? Okay. It must be raw. What does this do? Can I just use it for compost? Oh my god. Why does the night take so... Wait, I can just sleep through the night. Dude, I'm so... Wait, I should also get rotten flesh though for my babies so that they could eat. Come here, you little shits. He's dead. Wait! This is too much for me. No! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah! Retreat! Retreat! Retreat, retreat. Oh. +1 IQ per minute, guys. Here, children. Hold on. Oh wait, they can help me. I forgot. Dude, I'm so smart, right? Eat, eat. They're not making babies though. Why is that? You gotta stick them on the mobs? Yeah, let's go. Hunting time. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, good job. Good job, boys. I'm proud of you. The raw fish reminds me about how people do that fish pedicure. I did that once in Korea and it tickled so much I couldn't do it. I think I was like 15. Then I heard it's not good for the fish and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Ah! Go, my Barts. Yay! Then the flesh is used for breeding. Oh! That is so smart. Oh! Ah! Guys, why do I even bother with anything when I can have my dogs do it for me? Okay. My bread? I always thought using fish for that was a little uncomfortable. Yeah, there's a reason why I only did it once and I was like, apparently it's not good for them. I was like, okay. Why does everything lead back to feet? I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. I should make a bow. How do you make a bow again? Cooked cod. A bow. Wait, I should move this here? Okay. Keep one in my inventory. For this... Oops. You didn't see that. Sticks. Non-stick string. Stick, non-string, non-stick string. Oh, thank you. How is it that I understood all of that? Wait, my sticks. None. Stick. String. Wait. And then stick, none, string. No! Wait, I don't have enough. Oh yeah, okay, I do. Thank you, Andre. Wait till she figures out she hasn't had enough string. How'd you know? How'd you know? What the heck? Well, yes, in the short term, it does make your feet smoother and eats a lot of the dead skin, etc., etc. But there have been a more recent wave of studies showing that there have been underlying infections, injuries, even permanent injuries to the toenail beds. Whoa. I could believe that. We can see your screen, brother. That's how we know. Oh yeah, you do. I'm very smart. Okay, let's go, doggies. Here. Oh yeah. Wait, which one of your tails is kind of low? Here. Whoa! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's so cute! Wait, you can use fish for that? No way! No way! Oh my god. Oh hey, it's me. I was born. This is crazy. Some of them like, wait, some of them, it didn't work for the others. Does it only, is it like a limit? Baby Manjari? Okay, let's make Baby Manjari. Oh, it's so cute! There's a 10-minute cooldown? Okay, okay. Oh, look at his tail! Manjari! Manjari! He's so cute. Everyone say happy birthday, Manjari. Da, 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 da. They were recently bred. Yeah, they just made more babies. That's so cute. Keep them safe from the monsters. Happy birthday, Manjari cheese. They're so adorable. Not sure if that's 10 or 5-minute cooldown. Hi, RK. Don't assign me a tail. I'm already desperately fighting catboy allegations on another Discord server. You're a catboy? Wait, Manjari, come here. I don't want you to die. Well, should we make him sit and stay here? Or should we dare to bring him along with us? He's so cute. We can't not bring him with us, right? That's a good idea. Okay, make Manjari sit on the bed. Manjari, come here. Well, I can't. Oh my god. Come here. Come here. Come here, boy. Manjari, get over here. Wait, where is? Oh, there he is. Hello. You can play with this leaf litter. Okay, let's go, boys. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm joking. Oh yeah, I guess it is kind of uncomfortable saying, come here, boy, and it's your name. What if we call him Mon Mon? Leaf. Where's the... Oh, there they are. That's kind of scary, looking around and seeing them. Oh wait, we could go... So our main goal was to... We can go mining. Oh wait, if I'm going mining though, I should probably leave these guys here because I'm only comfortable taking them into like... Sheep. I'm only comfortable taking them to like a... Like, they're all walking in a line. Like places where it's... No, 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 no. Stay here. Okay. Where they're gonna not do anything crazy. Leaf. What if we name one of them Leaf? Okay, let's go mining. Na, 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 na. Can I wear a purple collar? Once I get the dye, like different dye, then I can do it. Pardon me. Maybe I should, yeah, I should just leave this guy here. I wish I had a lead, but I don't have slime. Many places today do keep a pretty healthy and well-tempered school of fish, but it's very hard to control just how gentle they can be. As for how do these fish damage the toenail bed, it comes down to strength. It does not take much force to bruise your nails. Less than 1 pound of force is enough because of how small the surface area is, but these fish bites are so small that it further lowers the force needed since its bite is reduced to such a tiny area and the young ones can get under. Whoa. And it always comes back to feet. Every time we think that Kobayashi's done, there's like more to it. Endless supply of knowledge. One of my friends, I was talking to him, he's neurotypical, like, question mark. He was like, wait, can I ask you a question? I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, what, like, kind of autism are you? And I said, are you asking me if I have, like, the old term, like, Asperger's or something? He's like, no, 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 no. Like, you know when people say, like shark autism or, like, train autism? And I told him, like, I don't know anything about trains. I do think they're cool, though. And he started laughing. I was like, what? Everyone thinks trains are cool. I don't have, like, an encyclopedic knowledge of them, though. But I think they're cool. Even, like, neurotypical little boys like trains. You know what I mean? And this topic change is happening naturally from the flow of conversation, of course. What's your flavor type question? What's my flavor? If I was a flavor, I would taste like a strawberry shortcake. But there would be something weird in there. It's like, oh, did you mix like a weird ingredient in this? It's like, did you accidentally drop like a tablespoon of vinegar in it? It's like, no, what are you talking about? And you would never really be sure like what exactly was in it. Everyone likes trains. I mean, come on. Yeah, I did have a train phase when I was like 3. Wait, I'm gonna put a poll in chat. Which one are you? Which autism are you? Train autism or shark autism? Neither. Okay. Here's the poll. Just because I'm autistic does not mean I like trains. Fine, I like trains, but not because I'm autistic. My flavor is WD-40 motor oil and Red Bull 20 ounce. Those are very different. Do you have a lot of squeaky hinges in your, like on doors and stuff in your house? What's the difference between, it's not being diagnosed here? So like, it's like, are you more likely to be like, oh, I have a lot of facts about trains and how they work? Or more like, I have a lot of facts about like, animals and how they work and stuff. A fence might work. Oh, I just saw your message, Chelsea. Okay, yeah, a fence is a good idea. Duh, why can't I? You guys are so good at coming up with ideas that I cannot even fathom. I might be hot chocolate. Ooh, hot chocolate is nice, especially the ones, the Swiss Miss, they have way more powder in their stuff lately. When I was younger, I swear to God, I feel like they used to have like a tiny flimsy amount. Thank you for subscribing, Kobayashi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I got rid of the, hey, thanks for subscribing message, you know, and like, I got rid of it. So, the auto timer. So I replaced it with a different message. So see if you can spot it later when it comes up throughout the stream. Trying to think of maybe I should like change some of the messages every few days to make it a little interesting. Mine might be peanut butter. Oh my God, I love peanut butter. It's okay, RK. I don't know what the flavor is exactly. Do you guys also like hate ambiguity? I have this thing where if I'm watching a movie, it's like, you know when things are so abstract, like a film or art, that it essentially boils down to like, oh, it's art because anything can be anything. I hate that, and I feel like it's more an indicator of like me because, you know, when it's like a cool art house film where everything is like really where everything is so abstract, and then someone watches it and they're like, see, it's about war, and you're like, what are you talking about? Like a guy ate a bunch of peanut butter and like died in the movie. You know what I mean? I think that kind of art really bothers me because I get frustrated that I don't understand it. Like when it's not a clear cut, like literal, or like I'm okay with symbolism. I think it's really cool. But when it's so obscure that you're like, okay, so I could have literally like waved at the camera and that would be art and meaning the same thing. Is that what you're saying? That's when I get really irritated or agitated because I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Do you guys also feel that way, or do you prefer the opposite? Also, what is the poll saying? Everyone has train autism? Dang. You guys are similar. I will watch closely for the exciting Automod development. I'm not here for you, I'm here for Automod. I only recently thought of that. Before I wouldn't bother taming a horse because of no lead, but recently I thought just use a fence. Yeah, I'll just use a fence. My brother has a kind of autism where he remembers all the countries, their flags, and where they're located. That's like useful. Not that train or shark autism is not useful, but like that's like you can bring it up and people, neurotypical people will be like, whoa. All I got was getting too excited when I see a boat. Oh, boats. You guys ever been on a speedboat? They're so fun. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You can perfectly describe any flag. What's his favorite flag? I like art where the artist clearly had an intention, but you can draw your own conclusions. If they don't either, I call it lazy. When you ask the artist what it is and they're like, it could be anything, I'm like, okay. That's when I'm like, nah, I don't know. I had an art teacher in high school. Like she was a student at an art academy, and she gave me like private like lessons a bit. And I remember I was being like, I said, I don't really like abstract art. And she said, you know what? This is a big no-no in the art world, but I don't like it either. And I was like, okay, thank God it's not just me. Wait, I'll ask him. Tell me what he says. Frog and speedboat. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's actually what I do. Okay, when I'm in Arc Raiders, he said Angola. Wait, I want to look up Angola. When I'm in Arc Raiders, there's this like one robot that can like shock you. Wait, no, I looked up Arc Raiders instead of Angola. Dude, I'm so everywhere. Country in Central Africa. Whoa, it looks cool. Wait, here's a safe link to from Wikipedia of the image. It looks pretty. Welsh flag? I was just about to say the Welsh flag is one of my favorites. He's playing Minecraft right now, but he just builds maps, giant maps. Dude, Teledor loves making maps in Minecraft. They're really good with redstone too. Yeah, Angola. I love the South Korean flag. I think it's really funny that if you go through the iterations of the South Korean flag over the years, they went from like, they basically went through a bunch of different ones. It's like when New Zealand tried to like remake, they spent $1 million like trying to make a new flag. And then they were like, actually, it doesn't matter. I think they, like South Korea kept going back and forth with different, how do I get through here? With different, like designs, and then they just went back to the original. Did you see the laser kiwi flag suggested for New Zealand during that period? Yes, I love that one. And also, when you submitted one online, you had to like put a description of like why, like what it represented and why it was like cool. And then the one of them was like, it represents the people, and you could tell they were like kind of bullshitting it, but it was really funny. Diorite. What? Excuse me. I hear little freak zombies. Wait, chickens? I don't even know where I am. Let's just keep digging. I watched many kudos on YouTube. Oh my god, I was a patron of his for like the Patreon. I was a Patreon supporter, and for a while, my name would be in the credits of his videos. Just as like a little thanks. But I remember feeling so giddy. I was like, oh, this is why people do this. They want their name in the credits. But he made a video about the New Zealand flag. I'm not in the credits of this one, but in like his other videos. Many kudos, New Zealand flag. Oh yeah, no, they didn't waste $1 million. They wasted $26 million on a flag. Yeah, I'll share the link here for anyone who wants to watch it. It's really funny. I like his commentary and editing style. He does it, I think he does it all himself. Let's go. Wasted, but we got the beautiful laser kiwi flag. So is it really? It's a relic of the It's a relic of history. This is not a good place to mine. Excuse me. Yeah, his stuff is really good. I'm gonna go back and just mine somewhere else. This is too much water. I can't wait to start a farm and everything. Are you going, Maddie? Okay, let's see. Man turning back from diamonds meme. No, don't say that. I'll go insane. Sunk cost fallacy. I'm a big victim to that. Oh, pretty. Silas said, hi, Maddie. More fish. Yeah. More fish. Die. Die! Oh! 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 Yay! Okay, let's go back home. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. I need cats. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I've probably grown up by now, you won't know which one I am. Oh my god. Is that actually true? I wanted to see baby Manjari, like baby Mon grow up more, but he might actually be bright. Wait, I want to put these near the doggies so that they'll feel safer. What are you doing here? Oh. Okay. Hello. I bring back gifts. No, I can't put it here because it's sand. Hold on. Oh, wait, he's still here. That is so cute. Come here, buddy. Did anyone else see the tripwire placed above the torch? Am I saying that right? There's a tripwire? Where? There's just one transformation from puppy to dog, so not much to see as far as growing up. Dang. Oh, I can smelt these. Yeah. Well, I thought I told you to sit. I have a sister who plays Enter the Gungeon with me, so that's a win. Let's go hunting, everyone. Oh wait, no. No! There's a creeper! Guys! Okay, good, he's gone. Get the others! Get the others! Oh my god, he teleported. There's definitely tripwire on that torch? Where? There can be tripwires? Oh no, I hit my dog! I hit my dog on accident, I'm sorry. I'm gonna feed him after this. Oh my god, which one of you did I hit? I'm so sorry. Hi, which one of you is it? No. Is it you? Who did I hit? Oh. Oh my god. Oh, they're making more babies. Okay. Did I hit you? Who did I hit? Wait, did they just make more babies again? Oh my god, they did. Wait, there's so many. Okay, follow me, everyone. Froggy, did you know you can use flint and steel on creepers, then run away to force explode them? Oh, I should try that. Guys, I have 2 more babies. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We literally are Makima now. Hi. That's actually insane. Let's do this. Get more of this one. Makima is listening. Yeah, I need all these for sure. I definitely am not wasting these. Which one Mon is? I need that dye, like, now. Are they all... Okay, let's look for the dye. And iron. We need iron. Let's go searching for our dye. Hi, Grippy Socks. How are you? Welcome back. I think I got switched at birth, Froggy. Have you guys seen that show, like Switched at Birth? It's like a— oh, there's a creeper. Everyone stay here. Everyone okay? Okay, good. I'm vibing with my cat. How's your cat doing? Where can I find some flowers? Oh, there they are! Children, let's go get some flowers. This way. Wee! She is stinky. Yeah, that cat smell. We have it here! Look at that. Okay, Oxeye Daisy. Light gray. Light gray. That's another one. Oh wait, what if I— no way. What if I do this? Oh, cute. Hey, which one of you? Where's— wait, I need to make purple. Shoot. Let's make this one and then yellow. Yellow. Who wants to be yellow? You go. Oh, this is so cute! Guys, there's so many— oh my god, they're gonna be different colors. Oh, blue, blue, blue. Wait, can we make purple for Mon Mon? Wait, we need red. Okay, here, red. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Guys! Purple! Mon Mon! Wait, where are you? Mon Mon! Can I be green? Yes. Let's look for green. Where's Mon Mon? Oh my god, look at Mon Mon! He's so cute. Wait, is there like a blue and then yellow? What is green? It's gonna be like this. Ready? Wait, no? Oh, cactus! Oh no! What else is there? We could just get a blue. Who wants to be blue? Here. Lime green. Lime green. Okay, who else needs one? We could get the light gray first. Did we already do that one though? What else? What other colors are available to us right now? Wait, what if I— there you go. We'll color the sheep too. We're gonna dye a sheep. Let's dye another one. We already have pink. Look at my children. Hey, get over here. And this one. Okay. Where should we go? There's bees over there. Where else should we go? We'll look for more dye as we go along. We just need to find like— we found some dye, which is good. Now we should head back and then look for iron. Oh, they're so cute. I enjoy how fireflies in this game are some pixels and bees are the size of your head. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. What is scale anyway? Let me do this real quick. Wait, oops, I need a message maybe something. Okay, yippee! Everyone here? 1, 2, 3. I guess. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, I can't count them here. I think one of them grew up. And so we have 8 now. I love the sound of the keyboard. Oh, can you hear it? Sorry, guys. I know you said you like it, but it can be annoying to some people. Cooked salmon. Do any of these guys need some? I think it's okay. This one. White dye. Put this here. Do more of this. What else? I don't think we need anything else. Mechanical keyboards. Once you clack, you can never go back. I actually really prefer I really do like the clacky ones over the thocky ones. She has cactus. Oh, I do have cactus! Oh my god. Wait, how do I... Smelt it? Oh! I had no idea you could do that. Come on, come on, come on. Yay! Where's the... Hey, you. Silas. Okay. Hooray, we did it! Awesome. Let's carry a stack here. And then put this here. Alright, put this away. Now we can go mining for real. All of you stay here. Hey, where are you guys? Come here, come here. Over here. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my god. Hey, where are you going? Oh my god. Get over here. On the count of 3. Thank you. Bye. Okay, let's go. Let me off this once because I got you a collar. It's okay. I'll forgive you this one time. Which way to go mining? We can start one here. Just hopefully where there isn't like... maybe over there. Let's go over there. Da, 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 da. Ah! Once we get name tags, it's all over for you guys. Have you guys ever seen a mod in a chat that's like extremely power hungry? Whoa! Someone's attacking me! Beep 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 beep. This is more water. Oh, there's iron though! No way. Iron, iron. Da 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 da. This song is Isabelle from Animal Crossing New Leaf singing KK Bubblegum, whatever. It's too much water. Ah! Get off my dick! Oh my god. He's killing me! Oh my god, fuck you! Oh Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Stop, stop, stop. This is so bad. Oh my god. How much health does he have? You're playing strong, you should try uppercutting once you get a 3 combo versus Bowser. What does this even, what does that even mean? Oh, hi Delta! Hi Delta, how are you? Oops, oh, my screen. I'm trying to hide from the trident monster. Ah! Oh my god! Get off my dick, bro. That thing is so dangerous. It got me, look at how low it got my health. How much health does he have? Not enough to beat you. I'm outside and damn, it's hot. Make sure to stay hydrated. I don't have any more. Why is he just spinning? Oh, yay, I killed him! Finally. Bitch. Nautilus shell? What is that? What does it do? I did warm up today over here. Yay! I did it! Are you guys proud of me? I was so mad when they added drowns. I hate those guys. Phantoms are still the worst of all time. Ever. I keep looking for a good mining spot, but in reality it's wasting time. Let's just mine over where I am. Next to my place. I'm being silly, like over there. Oh. Okay, more food. There's another one! Are you serious? Go away! Salmon takes longer to kill them than the drowned. I hear him! I hear this motherfucker. Okay, go, go. Oh! Sure, let's just do it here. Wait, no. Over there, over there. Yeah, I was thinking we were gonna get the trident, but we didn't. Which is kind of sad. Majestic. I hear another one! Oh my god, stop! Why are there so many? Oh, of course there's a fucking creeper. Yeah, that's what I thought. Whoa! Jesus. I hear monkeys. It's from the Nintendo music. Okay, let's go. We're mining away. I'm not 100% sure, but the massive lake may have something to do with the drowned zombies. Okay, all right, Monjari. Why? Your sarcasm is like my favorite brand of sarcasm. Okay, we're at level... I think if I'm correct, there's no longer any like thing of, oh, you have to go to this specific level range when mining to like get this, like to get this. Oh, so much water everywhere. To get this amount of like iron or something. They don't have that. Oh, stop. They don't have that anymore. It's just like the deeper you go, the more stuff you'll find, which I kind of like. I'm so embarrassed, so I try not to lean on it too much. It's usually quite low effort, and using it too much can make someone feel genuinely insulted. I do think it's funny though, but you're right, that is a good point. Dude, this sucks. Everywhere I go, there's just water. Oh, diorite, the ugly block. Hello? Not 100% sure, but the water underground may have something to do with the giant. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Stop! Oh my god, dude. This is just not a good place to go mining. What if I just go down this way now? What the fuck is going on here? This way then, this way. At least we'll get lots of cobblestone. Surely. So, how's everyone's day going? Guys do anything fun today? It's Friday! Friday, the weekend. Yes. Friday. A day for me to do dishes after stream. And then what else do? I have to do some homework. And I have to... Ah! No. No! Guys, this may not have been a good idea. Hi Risu, how are you? It's the International Workers' Day. Hooray! International Workers' Day, like Labor Day. Risu, I think my Minecraft world hates me. Everything's going wrong. Happy May Day. Oh, happy May Day. May Day, May Day. What did you do to it? I just, everywhere I try to mine, there's only water. Whoa. A witch! No! Go back. I keep dying too. Being genuine here, entire cave systems can generate submerged. You're probably above one such cave. What? Ah! Okay, I'll have to move somewhere. Good. I gotta move to like maybe over there. When's the last time you played Minecraft, Risu? Do you play it too? Happy May Day! Okay, let's sleep so that phantoms don't get us. Go, go, go. Hello, doggies. Hi. Raw salmon. A cooked salmon. Nautilus shell. Oh, iron. Iron. We'll work on that. Getting more stuff. I served with friends sometime last year. We didn't play it that much. Chilling after a busy week. I keep getting mistaken for a child. Funnily enough, my friend keeps getting asked if she has kids, so she now has a picture of me that she's claiming as her kid. I'm older. That's so funny. This is my child. Have you seen them? Let's put this here. Bring all the useless blocks. And then... yeah. Goodbye, children. I'll be back. Let's go to that place. Wait, no. That had an underground cave. Let's go to that place. Did anyone play the Tekkit mod pack back in like 2012? That sounds familiar to me. Where have I heard that term before? Tekkit? Where's my horse? Look at my horse. Did you guys ever, wasn't there like a bucket, like plugin or something? Or there was a thing called like TeamSpeak or whatever? What were the classic like things that people, like plugins that people played with back then? I remember watching my brother while he was watching a video on like he was watching a video about, I think it was like these guys, oh yeah, Yogscast. He was watching like a Yogscast thing where they were playing on a map, like a modded map where everything was like a humongous room and they were really tiny. I don't know why, but that's like a core Minecraft memory for me. I spent so many hours there with the friend we were playing while we had like max 10 FPS because I was running the server on the same laptop. That's so funny. Whoa! Wait, this place might be great for my family. Let's put this here. Yeah. Ow. I'm being given gambling adverts. They don't know I'm immune to advertising. You know that people genuinely make the advertisements louder to like make you pay more attention? Pretty smart if you ask me. Also, the way that people organize stuff at the grocery store, like they put all the stuff that's more expensive and stuff that you might not really need like at eye level and like farther away towards the back of the store, so that all the stuff that they want you to really buy that you might not really need is more like, or they put the stuff that you don't really need below eye level, and they put the stuff that you might not need, they want to tempt you into buying at eye level and like towards the front of the store. Also the tabloids and like all the candy and stuff that you might not really need but they want you to buy, they put like right next to checkout for a reason, so that you can like have time to look at it and be like, maybe I should get that. It genuinely baffles me that ads work to the point where they can be worth so much. I mean, they do definitely work, like marketing and stuff. I think the psychology of how they like manipulate people with advertisements is really fascinating. I mute ads. I'm not listening to people scream about stuff I will never be interested in. It's a lot nowadays. It's a lot of like apps, like get this app, or like I've seen, dude, the ice ads are like crazy. You know, like fuck ice. And I was at a bowling alley, and I don't watch cable anymore. Like a lot of the people that I see don't, because we just use streaming services. I look up to see like my brother like taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Oh my god, look at the TV." And it's like a recruitment advertisement for ice. And I was like, wow, that's really shitty. But the thing that weirded me out was that they literally marketed it like you were like trying to join the Avengers. They're like, we need heroes like you or something. I was like, that is absolutely insane. Little propaganda. And my dad is like, unfortunately, like, you know, kind of conservative and stuff. He has like Fox News as his like mobile like homepage. But we like tapped our dad's shoulder and we were like, Dad, look at that. And he watched the ice ad with us and he was like, that's fucking stupid and insane. He's like disgusted. I'm so tired of everything having an app. That's taking my storage space. Yeah. There's an app for that. I remember your brother saying that, yeah. You know it's bad when your father, who likes to watch Fox News every day, thinks that the ad is disgusting. Wow, I'm convinced I'm gonna go buy an air conditioner right now. Oh, funny thing, I just got an air conditioner the other day. It's pretty nice. If you guys can hear my fan in the background, I'm sorry, please let me know. And I'll try to tweak my mic settings. Look, isn't it so nice to be mining without a frickin' without this thing? Without the water? Why do I even open my mouth to talk? Did y'all see where they didn't pay the icebergers a few months ago? Anyone know what happened with that? Oh yeah, if you go on like Reddit and stuff, there's people who like are working for ICE, like ICE agents, who are complaining about not getting paid or like not receiving the benefits they were promised. They're like, hey, like we're not even getting paid, like why are we even doing this and stuff? Which is very interesting to me. Yeah, that's a huge cave. I'm gonna fall! Oh, I don't feel safe going down that way. Like, I don't like the big caverns, even though I know that's how, like, people get their shit. Well, I mean, there is a water landing there. You know? Maybe if I make a staircase? Oh my god. Ah! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You'll be fine, I believe. Jump! I jumped to- oh! Hey look, there's iron. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's better. Whee! Jesus. Okay. For any people who have like non-American accents in chat, when you hear Americans talk, does it sound like ar 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 ar? Because we say like everything very like we pronounce our R's like really aggressively. Do you know what I mean? Does it sound like kind of weird to you guys when you hear Americans talk? We'll turn this cavern into our home yet and exploit it for all its natural resources. What if I move my babies here? Ooh. Honestly, I seem to be accent blind. I can't tell where somebody's from, nor does it really register. I'm more used to UK. I think the UK accent is nicer than the American accent. I don't know why, but if you guys have seen Daniel Radcliffe's, if you've heard his American accent when he's like acting, when he was in Horns, oh my god, his voice was so beautiful. I was like madly in love with him. He's a really nice guy too. I once met him at after I saw a production of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern in London, and he was like taking the time. He looked exhausted, but he was taking the time to like say hi to like fans and stuff, and he was so sweet. Like his eyes were bloodshot because he was so tired, I feel like, but I was like really shy. I didn't want to get my picture taken, and he was like, do you want to take a picture? And I was like, no, I'm okay, because like I was feeling really insecure. I was like in high school, and he said, are you sure it's okay? And I was like, no, it's fine, thank you so much though. He was very kind to like everyone there. I'm from the South. I try not to sound like it, but it slips when I get too loud. Ooh, like, do you think I don't know much about like the exact nuances of the Southern accent, but are there different nuances of the Southern accent in the like, because I'm from like the West Coast, and so I just like, to me there's only like one default Southern accent in my brain, but are there like different types? Oh no, I was getting sucked down. I think I got the RP accent, which makes me a newsreader. What is an RP accent? My grandpa was pretty openly racist when my mom was a kid, like openly using the N-word and that stuff, and during Trump's first election he was saying he was scared of this guy. My mom was completely surprised. How bad is it when my dad is saying this guy's nuts? Yeesh. That's pretty bad. I want to look for more iron, but I'm scared. I guess I can go up here. Hold on. Should I go down there, or is it too dangerous? Received pronunciation, basically default pronunciation of words like you'd find in a dictionary. Oh. Um, I heard that people who are from France and they speak French, like versus people who speak like Quebec French, they'll like make fun of each other because they speak so differently. I think from what I recall from like hearing people talk about it, France French is like very like slang dependent. Like you need to know a lot of slang. And if you ever, oh, this is kind of risky. And if you speak like Quebec French, it's more like by the books, like in grammar and stuff and like vocab. But they'll, when I hear them like talk about it, like about the other type of French, they'll like make fun of each other. I'm like, that's kind of funny. You have plot armor, go get them. There's diamonds down there. Maybe I should just like put a bed down there so I could respawn. No, I'm too scared. I can't. Let's just mine around here. I'm too scared. What about like here? Yeah, I got laughed at in France for speaking basically like the most uptight person you've ever met. Haha. I think France is like the only country where I hear people saying like, oh, they don't like it when you try to speak their language. Because when I go to like Korea or maybe like whenever I visit Mexico and stuff, they're like, ah, look at this funny American trying to speak our language, but they're like kind of tickled by it like a little bit. They're like amused, but like they don't get mad about it. But when I hear all my friends who say that they've gone to like France and they try to speak it, they're like, just don't do it. It's not worth it. They'll laugh at you. I'm like, oh, okay. One of my favorite facts about myself is I fell in a river in France. You did? Can you swim? The southern accent you hear on TV isn't that common. Like people with the heavy southern accent will get pointed out by other southerners. That's funny. I feel like the southern accents that I've seen in real life tend to be more subtle now that I think about it. I had a classmate and a teacher that spoke Arabic, but they're from different countries, Egypt and Morocco, and the dialect was different enough that they ended up having an easier time speaking English to each other. Oh yeah, also isn't like French in like I forgot which countries in Africa, but some countries in Africa that speak French, like that's like super different from like the other types of French that I mentioned earlier, and also like French in like specifically like from Morocco. I can swim really well. I just got my only pair of shoes soaked for the entire trip. Oh, I wish I could swim. I'm a mermaid that can't swim. I was on a kayak with a French guy and our wires crossed and we went over some very small rapids. Where's my iron? I think Arabic is a really pretty language. Also, the script is beautiful too, like the way it flows. I also love that it like is written backwards from what I'm used to. Dead giveaway is that we all say y'all. I didn't realize it was weird to someone mock me when I say it. Do you know, I love that someone joked like, I saw like a single tweet and it was like someone posting this word. Y'all'd like y'all would've is y'all'd. I feel like someone could actually say that. Whomstively yainted yes. We all'd. Wait, that's great. Y'all'd have given it a shot if you could too. I think I'm gonna do it too. Oh no, wait, I might have actually said that before. Yeah, because it's like, it seems funny when it's being written down, but I feel like there's actually people who probably have said that before. If I spoke with more of that kind of slang, I think I would do that too because it's more efficient that way. Double contractions are amazing. How do you guys feel about double negatives? Like you're not the, what's the most confusing double negative out there? The only one I'd use is I'd have. I'd have said, you know, blah blah. I think it's really funny when people said like when people say like explode as like an active verb like on someone else, like I'm gonna explode his head. Like isn't that grammatically incorrect? Like shouldn't you say like I'm gonna make his head explode? Or like make someone explode rather than like explode him? Do you know what I mean? It sounds wrong to me. It like a past perfect. I don't know. I'm going to blow this guy. I'm gonna blow this guy. I'm gonna blow this guy up. It's like everyone here is trying to get the words out really fast, but they talk slow, so they shorten the words to accommodate. That is like a really apt and like funny description. Do people in the South have like other states that they're kind of like, that state, we're better than them. Do you guys have any rivalries? I feel like that happens a lot in the like East Coast of the USA, but I haven't heard of it happening in the South. Is it like, I know when I talk to Southerners, they're like, Florida is not part of the South. It's its own thing. I'm like, okay, that's fair. But is it like, would there be a rivalry or some kind of like camaraderie between like, let's say Louisiana and Georgia or something? We have beef with North Carolina. Wait, what do you mean we? Or if you don't want to dox yourself, that's fine too. You don't have to tell me. But is it North Carolina and South Carolina? I'm from South Carolina. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I wonder how North Dakota and South Dakota feel about each other. The water comes back. It always does. It's seriously everywhere. It wants me to die. Oh yeah, oh, whoa, that scared me. Manjari and Silas, do you guys have time to talk about the Minecraft server setup today after stream? Or if you're so busy with your assignment, absolutely no worries. No! The water's here again. What if we just go this way? I love those memes where it's like South Carolina is not a real place because it's so weird here. Is it? Why is it weird? I available my assignment is over so I can stay up. Yay! Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, we are currently in the works of thinking about how we can make a Minecraft server for our community. But we're just getting started, but I'm hoping that we'll get there. This place isn't too bad, I think. Iron! Caves. I likely have time to actually get it running in one shot. In one shot? Really? Okay, does it cost anything for me to run a server? Like, to like host it like 24/7 or something? I still am not sure how it all works. Spider-Man IRL was running around a city not too far from where I live, and there's so many gay people here. Oh, hell yeah. Is South Carolina like more liberal than other like southern states? A bit? You either need to pay or host your own? Okay, I see. It's a very good idea to pay because of the benefits of a real server provider, probably not more than 10 euros a month though. I would be willing to pay for it as long as I like, it's not like hundreds of dollars or something. And as long as people actually play on it. If the activity decreased, then I would probably maybe find a different way to host it, but... Ah! No, but it feels like we just kind of overran the place and they have to deal with it. I went to my friend's wedding in Utah, and it was like full of so many like white gay guys. I was like, hell yeah. But when I went, there was like, I think there was only like two other people of color there, including me and like two other guys. And when I saw them, I like kind of, Maddie and I are both like, I'm Korean and Maddie is half white, half Filipino. So when we went in there, we like saw one black guy and one like half Asian guy or half Japanese guy, I think. We like nodded at each other. I was like, yeah, I see you. So many white people. It was crazy. And for some reason, when we walked around, we only saw people like walking on like the sidewalk when it was like a group of them. Like they were all mass migrating somewhere. I was like, oh, okay, they all move in groups. But I never saw like a couple walking around together, or, like taking a stroll, or anyone walking by themselves. I was like, that's kind of strange. Because where I am, I won't say where I am, but like it's very, I see people walking all the time, like everywhere. Everyone's always taking a walk, like strolling with their dog or something. It is quite white there, yeah. I think when I was in elementary school, I went to, the demographic there was like a lot of, or no, not elementary school, in middle school. I think I was the only like Asian girl in the entire grade. And I remember it actually like genuinely, there was a time when I was like, oh, I wish I wasn't Asian. Like, cause all my interests were like very like, related to like Asian culture. And it was fine that I didn't have, okay, it kind of bothered me that there was no one there to share my interests and stuff. I still found other ways to bond with people, but I remember being sad because like one time I was just literally minding my own business, like listening to K-pop, and like this guy in my grade, I think I was like 13, he looked at what I was listening to and he laughed out loud and he said, seriously? And he heard some of the song and he went, Asians can't rap. What are they even doing? And I was like, whoa, okay. It wasn't like super bad compared to what other people have to go through on a daily basis, but I was like, wow, that's kind of, I like didn't want to talk about like my interests and stuff as much. And then another time, it was like my first day at school. Again, I want to repeat that this was not like an everyday thing. It was just like a couple rude people. I was like, whoa, this guy really said that to me. That's weird. But I remember it was a distinct enough memory that I was like, that's kind of fucked up that he said that. This white kid walked up to me and he was like, oh, you're new, huh? And I was like, yeah. And he said, so you're like Asian. And I was like, yeah. And then he said, did you know that all Asian people look alike? And I was like, what the fuck? And then I said, hey, you're white, right? And then he was like, yeah. And I said, well, you know, all white people look the same to me. And then he was like, why would you say that? That's really rude. And I was like, see, now it doesn't feel so good, huh? And then I just walked away. I was like, why? What would compel someone to say that? Ow, ow, ow. I was like, that is so crazy to say to someone you just met. All people look the same to me. It's like it's like no matter what race you are, when you encounter a new like group like of like ethnicities, if you haven't been exposed to them a lot throughout your life, they are going to look all similar to you, you know? But like saying it out loud like that and trying to like, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then this other boy I also knew that I thought I was friends with him. He was like talking about like girls that he liked. Again, I was in middle school and he was like 1 year older than me. This guy was really weird. He would like, apparently he would also like watch porn on his computer during like study hall. I was like, okay, that's great. I soon stopped talking to him because it was weird. But I remember I was just like, he was talking about girls that he liked at school or something. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then he said something that kind of bothered me. And I was like, are you saying that like you don't think Asian people are attractive? And he's like, He's like, yeah, I mean, no offense, but I don't think that Asian women are very pretty. And he was like looking at me in the face, and I was like, I wasn't even trying to like, I wasn't interested in him. He was literally just talking about his preference. And then he said something about that, and I was like asking for clarification. He was like, yeah, I don't think Asian people are attractive. And I was like, wow. And I think I remember I was crying and I was like, I wish I wasn't Asian. Cause like now, like everyone is so into Asian culture and stuff. But it was kind of weird. Like people would say things like that, or and I would wish that like I just had like more interests that aligned with like the other like white kids in my grade. I know it's like boo hoo, like you're complaining about nothing. It sounds like that right now, but at the time it was literally just me and like a couple other Asian kids that were just guys. No one was really there to share my interests, and I would like get made fun of when I talked about them. It wasn't so bad that it was like downright bullying, you know what I mean? But it still felt kind of like yucky. Froggy, is that the subscribe message? What does it say? If you say this, say poo poo in chat. Can I get a poo poo in chat? There were like 2 non-white people in my middle school and high school. Yeah, I mean, some of my friends who had that same experience in different schools, they're like, it doesn't bother me. And sometimes it doesn't bother people. For me, it did bother me. It felt very lonely. Poo poo. I remember once my teacher at church went on a pretty racist rant, and I started looking around the class hoping there were no black students to hear this, realizing there were no black students, then asking myself, why are there no black students? Yeah, it was like if I remember, there was a discussion in my high school class. Hi Hypna, how are you? There's a discussion in my class where people were like talking about if the full N-word should be used in like academic discussions. So if you're like talking about the history of it, should you censor yourself and just say N-word? Or should you say like the full word with like the hard R? And the class was full of a lot of white people. And the one student that was black happened to be absent that day. I did not say the N-word, but I just remember I was like, I feel uncomfortable. Like the teacher said, yeah, you can say it if you want. It's your decision. And she was just like watching us do a student-led discussion on it and like a debate. And so many of the guys were like saying it. And I don't know, it just felt like they wanted to say it and they were like, now's my time. And some of them did feel like they were genuinely like interested in like trying to discern why it was like okay in an academic sense or something. But in my head I was like, wow, I know for a fact that like less than half of these guys would still be willing to say it if the one like black kid in our class was like there to hear that. And I was sitting with 2 other girls who were my friends, and they also refused to say it. And every time someone said it, we started taking a tally point down to like, and we would like look at each other. And then at the end of class, we ran up to the teacher and like showed them the tally board. And she was like, I know. I was like, what the hell? Trying to watch you stream and playing Tetrio. How's your Tetrio game going? I think I'm gonna move my dogs over to... Where was the little pillar I put down? The teacher was testing the students, they failed. I don't even think it was like testing, but I think it was kind of weird that the teacher was like a lot of the teachers were white. I don't know, it just felt weird. And I love the student-led discussions, but that was kind of a weird day at school. It's very racist here. I'm part Mexican. Growing up, I would wonder why part of my family would exclude me and my mom from certain family stuff. Oh, is it like the white part of your family? I'm sorry. That really fucking sucks. Whoa! They're all here. Let's smelt some iron. And some of this. I think we'll go that way. Yeah. We'll move them over there. So We can get to work on that iron blocks. On the iron blocks to make the anvil and everything. Also, we have the sword. Once we move everything over there, let's sleep. I think it should be better. Let's get all the doggies. Come here, children. I have 8 dogs. Come here. I have interest. Is subscribe to the frog also new? Subscribe. Wait, dude. Does it say subscribe to the frog? Did I write that? Does in your goals section? Oh yeah, wait, that's my goal section. Yes. I have a goal for like what's the progress on that so far? I can't see it. But yeah, I have it and it is that is my follow goal. Hey, we got 10 out of 20. Thank you everyone who subscribed. We're halfway to our goal. Subscribe. You can unlock fun emotes. I figured out the one pulling those strings died like 2 years ago. Shame on her and shame on everyone who let it happen so that old rat could have peace from the scary mixed 7-year-old. Yeah, an adult planning that and being behind the strings, that is embarrassing. I'm so sorry that that loser did that. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound so dark, makes me laugh now. No, it's okay. I mean, people like that deserve to get laughed at, you know? Oh, way here. Maybe it should be over here? Oh, this is a good spot. Yeah! Oh my god. Okay, let's go here. Yes. Maybe like this way. Yeah. Maybe, okay, here. Lost my game, but I heard what you talk about. My school time was pretty racist too. Oh yeah, Hypna, can I ask, are you Asian? I just wanted to ask, because I remember I saw your Tomodachi Life avatar and I was like, hold up. Sorry if that's a weird question. I want to ask if you're a fellow Asian. I'm half Vietnamese. Yay! Welcome to the club, welcome to the club. Do you speak any Vietnamese? Whoa. I found it interesting that a lot of my friends who are Vietnamese or half Vietnamese in America, a lot of them, their families are like from the south part of Vietnam. And all their cousins who are like still in Vietnam are mostly like live in the north part. Here, can you guys sit down for a second? Oh, never mind. Whoa, there's another horse. Wait, hello? No, wait, there's a white horse. I've never seen a white horse before. Hi, it's so cute. Only German, but my mom and dad was trying so hard to teach me something, but it failed, maybe because of the autism part, lol. Do you have autism too? Does everyone here have autism? Are we like a little club? This is so funny. That's amazing. Have you seen the Daily Horsel? Oh no, is it like you need to identify all the horse? Let's make like a... I have OCD. Oh my god, me too! Everyone throw your diagnoses over here. I have OCD, me too! I think it is like comorbid more often with autism as well. Yo! Dude, I saw a segment from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I know that that show is like, you know, it's a comedy show, it's a joke, but I hate it when it's like, oh, I have to make everything organized for the sake of being organized in media. But when I see that bit where it's like Charlie's mom is like flicking the lights like on and off 3 times, and then she like pats the blankets like 3 times, and someone's like, ma'am, why are you doing everything in thirds? And she's like, oh, because I don't want my son to die. And then they're like, what? But I was like, oh my god, that's so real. I was like, that's actually so real. If I had seen stuff like that on TV as a kid when my OCD started to show up, I think it would have actually helped me. Because all the ones that I saw on TV were like organization OCD. And so I was like, maybe this is an OCD. Maybe the debilitating things that I'm going through are not related to that. I'm autistic, OCD, and bipolar, but I refuse to accept when I say I probably have ADHD. I don't know what it is, but ADHD feels like a step too far. Dude, I have bipolar too. I'm type 2. Bipolar type 2. I think bipolar is one of the conditions where I was like, okay, I really do need medication for this one, because it was like, because it is like a chemical thing, you know what I mean? In your brain. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me actually. Oh yeah, no, like this. I got no fun part of autism. I just got the part where every demand makes my nervous system think it's danger. I think have you guys seen that show Love on the Spectrum? Where it's like people on the spectrum who find love. It like bothered me. Like some parts I was like, that's really sweet, but the way they like depict people, it feels like I don't know what it is, but I saw someone, I don't know why it was like bothering me at first, and then I realized I saw some woman discussing this on the subreddit of like ADHD and like autism in women, but it was saying like it made them upset because it was a lot of like women with autism who ended up having to mask more in order to take care of the men that they were dating. And I was like, that is so true. And also like the way that they use music, it feels like, you know, when people you know when they use pizzicato, like the pluck strings like for like animal documentaries, it's like when something dumb is happening or when something like funny or silly or like there's like babies on screen, they use that kind of music a lot for the people that are on screen, and it feels very infantilizing and like weird. Yeah. Yes, it like seriously watched an episode and it's a lot of like that, like it feels like it's made by neurotypical people. I could be wrong, but it feels like it's made by neurotypical people to gawk at like people with autism. It just felt weird. You know what I mean? It's like Jonathan likes trains or something, and I don't know. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only had to watch 15 seconds of a woman describing a sensory preference and it's playing like fail music in the background. Yeah, it's like, you know when it sounds like this, like the music I'm listening to now put over like actual humans. It feels weird. Like what about this one? You hear this? Okay, this is Groos's theme from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This is the kind of stuff, like, obviously this one's a little more exaggerated, but this feels kind of like the vibe of what they do for these, like, these shows. It feels weird. I think it's also kind of why I don't want to tell my parents about my diagnosis because I'm afraid they'll like. I know they love me, but I think that their understanding of things like this is a little bit like old-fashioned, and they already like kind of. Sometimes my parents like don't take me seriously, and I think like it would just make them not take me seriously even more, which is very unfortunate. We like seeing you play to this music though, Froggy. It's like a documentary about a neurodivergent frog mermaid hybrid that is that is struggling to find a way through this game. I got the kind of OCD, sorry I misread that gives you food aversion, like I think I'll be poisoned. I would not touch batteries growing up, but recently messed with battery acid. I win some battles and lose others, can't eat chicken anymore. Oh my god, that sounds so stressful. Do you like, man, I'm sorry. My memory was one type has an emphasis on mania and the other one has emphasis on depression. I could be getting it wrong though. Oh, hypomania is, so I think type 1 bipolar is like type 1 bipolar is like really it's like longer periods of like mania and stuff. And sorry, let me do this. They're like, I think they're more like, they're bigger in general. Hypomania is like, you don't get full-on mania, but you get like hypomania. And so you don't, I think like mania is like, you have ideas of like grandeur, like you think you're God and stuff. It's not like, it's like easier to pinpoint when someone has like a manic episode. And then the depressive episodes that happen afterwards tend to be even worse. I think type 2, which is what I have, is like the hypomanic episodes are not as like, they're not as, I would say, bad, I guess. I don't know which what's a different better way to explain it, but yeah. And the episodes tend to be shorter, like the up and down periods. So it's a severity level. Yeah, I think it's like a severity and length level. You can also have mixed episodes. So a lot of my life, I felt like something was, I was like, why am I so exhausted? Because it never felt like I was on a steady, like, oh, I'm having a normal day and stuff. It was either I was really sad or really sad and really depressed, or really like up to the point where it was exhausting, because I would always, if I ever had a good period, I just knew that it was going to be followed by like weeks or like a couple months of like severe depression. But I would have like so much energy, I wouldn't sleep. I would barely sleep. I'd go on 3 days of sleep a night. I'd get all my assignments done. I'd start a lot of projects. That's a thing that happens. That's an indicator of bipolar. You start a lot of projects and have some really good ideas and you're excited for your hobbies. And then you get depressed. And during your depressive episode, you're like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed because I set up all this stuff for myself and I was really excited. But now I can't even keep up. That was like a huge thing. I was like, how do people just go on doing this all the time? And it's definitely like more genetic. My family is very like, I think I got it a lot from my mom as well. It's like, usually there's 2 types of depression is what my psychiatrist said. Generically, like there's like a really like flat depression, and then there's like mood, like a mood disorder depression, where it's like what I have, and it makes you very unstable and it's very exhausting. Knowing I'm bipolar has helped me so much because I know why I'm sad and I plan around when I'll have energy again. Yeah, I think that is true. My friend was there watching after I messed with the batteries. I washed my hands 6 times and had to change clothes and wash again because I probably contaminated my shirt. Then everything got sprayed with disinfectant. Knowing that is probably valid. OCD can play tricks. Maybe this time the repeated washing and disinfecting is probably a good idea. The worst is when you have like a worry and you're like, you try to like not feed into it, but then you end up doing checking behaviors without realizing by going on like a Google search like spiral. And I don't know, it is really funny when I go onto the OCD subreddit for support and the rules are like no checking behaviors. Ask yourself if what you're doing is really asking for support or if you're asking people to give you temporary relief from your compulsions by checking something. Like, am I gonna die because this happened? Da-da, 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 da-da. That is kind of funny and also kind of sad. Yeah, definitely. I was like, whoa. They know me so well. Ah! Still had a feeling the following day because I didn't feel good. Was like, yep, I'm dead. I was just hungry. Yeah, do you guys get this thing where like if anything's even a little bit wrong with you, like you're off, you're feeling off, then like, do you like start to believe that you're like actually secretly dying? I don't know if that's related to my OCD, but I'll be like, whoa, I like am having all these symptoms and I really don't want to check WebMD, but I might be dying. And then I start literally like thinking of what I'll do, what my family's gonna do when I die and stuff. And then I go get a health checkup and they're like, you're fine. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I just accept it because it's like a mixed feeling because I know it's probably me overreacting, but at the same time, I really don't know. So I'm like, oh, well, you know, it could just be like, maybe I just like am overreacting. Maybe it's my OCD. And then I'm like, maybe I really am like dying though. Oh no, and I start panicking. But I know if I tell someone, I'm gonna sound crazy. I just keep it to myself. I'm like, I think I am gonna die. It's just weird. I know this isn't OCD, but for some reason when I was young, I had to have every stack of items in Minecraft be an even number. Not sure what that was about, and I threw items in lava to correct this. Dude, that's like what I would do. I do think something I noticed in children is that they tend to have like OCD like symptoms while they're growing up. Like, you know when people get like really weird intrusive thoughts? I think a big part of like children adjusting to life is like, you can tell when like usually a more neurotypical child will get a compulsive or intrusive thought like that and they'll be like, oh, that's weird. And then as they grow up, they'll learn how to just be like, well, that was an intrusive thought. But I think you can tell when something's really wrong, in my experience, when the kid starts having panic attacks about it and it's affecting their way of living and like they can't focus on other stuff. When it becomes disorderly, like when it disrupts their usual like behavior and their flow of life, that's when you need to get concerned. And that's what happened to me. Because it was like causing me panic attacks and stuff like that. When they hyperfixate or they think they're like, oh, am I a bad person? Like things like that. I was holding a shot's worth of vinegar the other day and let the intrusive thoughts win and downed it. I know like people joke on like TikTok and stuff about like the intrusive thoughts telling me to drink a whole cup of water in one go or else my family's gonna die or something. And they like do it for the bit. But that's actually like a thing where if you're becoming distressed and like not able to do anything else, it's severely like draining you mentally because you feel like you have to do all these things. That is an actual like sign of like, oh, something might be wrong. Yeah, how is the vinegar? Vinegar is pretty yummy. Wait, there's more white horses. What the heck? Anyway, sorry if I went too deep in the neurodivergent mental illness talk, but I do think it's fascinating. I don't mean to say any of it to make people depressed. I just think it's like a thing that's worth thinking about and like talking about. It's fascinating. Hi Star, how are you? Anyone ever had thoughts about how quickly you can ruin your life? Like I could be sitting in lecture and think I could strip right now and get arrested, my life would be over. 22 years gone in 5 seconds. I'm not even joking when I say yeah. Like that, I will randomly think about stuff like that. I'm like, if I did this thing, like, I don't know. One of my friends, she casually mentioned that whenever she goes over a big like bridge, like on the highway, she has to literally ask her friends to hold her while she walks across it, or else she feels like she's genuinely gonna throw herself off. Like she's not suicidal or anything, but it's like the intrusive thoughts are really bad. Like she feels like her body's gonna like fling herself like out the like off of the bridge to like jump, and she doesn't want to. It's just like she's like really scared. You know what I mean? And I was like, I didn't even have to ask her to like elaborate. I was like, no, I get what you mean. A little EP got the weekend off though, so that's nice. Yay! Any of you OCDers have the one where you have to hold bottles with the unit number on top when you hold it, when you pour it? What do you mean, unit number? A lot of my OCD symptoms were like, it was like, oh, if I don't do this thing to hurt myself, then I'm going to, then people around me are gonna die. And if I don't risk doing these things to hurt myself, then I'm being selfish because then like, okay, people who don't understand OCD will think I sound crazy, and I do sound crazy, but if you have OCD, you'll like understand what I mean. So like, I'll think to myself, as a kid, I would think to myself like, oh, if I don't do this, then I'm really selfish because I should be thinking about other people's needs more than my own and stuff. And so then I was like, oh, maybe I'm a bad person if I don't do all these things. You know what I mean? It's interesting you brought up the OCD symptoms as a child thing because I relate, but the thoughts went away. Yeah. When I was like going to the child psychiatrist and stuff, I remember my brother heard what was going on, and he was younger than me, and he said, that used to happen to me. And I remember he said, but I don't feel it anymore. Does that mean I have OCD? And then we found out that like a lot of kids go through it as a child, but they usually don't fixate on it and they learn how to adapt to it. So for me, I just didn't know how to adapt to it. I don't think I have OCD, but I think I understand. Yeah. Basically, like, I don't know how to let a thought go and be like, oh, okay, I'm just, like, that's a weird thought. I'm not gonna think about that. Like, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. But yeah. My therapist, my old therapist, said something really interesting to me. She said, like, oh, well, your parents fought a lot when you were younger, right? And I was like, yeah, they fought for a lot of my life, always arguing and stuff. And she was like, well, you know, for a child, there's a saying that when you are a child and you see your parents fighting every day like that, it can be worse than witnessing a war. You know, it's just a saying, but she said, like, maybe, I think what she said was, my parents were very, like, when they were in a good mood, they were very sweet and loving and stuff, you know what I mean? And they were good parents, but when they were not in a good mood, they would, like, let it be known to the whole family and to their kids that they were not in a good mood. And so the response, she said, maybe the response you had to that was, like, you didn't have any control over, like, when they were going to be kind to you guys versus when they were going to be mean. And so when you have that inconsistency as a child in your life, it can be very upsetting. You don't have any control. So maybe you started engaging in your rituals and stuff because you felt like that was one way you could get control in your life. I was like, oh. And she was like, also, you probably got it from your dad. I was like, okay. I don't think I have OCD, but sometimes I get weird images in my head, like flashbacks about bloody stuff, but I can't stop it. Yeah, like intrusive thoughts. Yeah. I think it is like kind of comforting to know that it's a more common human experience between people than we realize, but it definitely can be like, it's not pleasant to experience, you know what I mean? Mine was really, really bad as a kid. Like, I wouldn't eat anything at all. Then I got better and recently got worse again, but I'm old enough to know how I can help myself. Yeah, I think it's most frightening when you're a child because you don't have the logic in your brain to back up the fact that you can tell yourself, like, kids don't know how to tell themselves, like, okay, logically I know this won't happen, and I can kind of be more able to separate my my irrational fears from the truth of reality. And I also, when I was a kid, a big part was I didn't know how to ask for help because I thought I sounded crazy. I didn't even know how to explain what was going on to my own brain. I didn't know how to explain it to other people, and I was really embarrassed. And my parents told me not to, they told me not to open up to anyone about it because it was embarrassing for them. They said, you can't talk about this to other people, just only talk to us about it. And they were not very good at talking about it with me. So they were like, you can't do this in front of other people. It's really not gonna look good for us. So, okay. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I think that fact did not help a lot, you know. But now as an adult, you're like, okay, I know what I can talk about or who I can open up to, and I know that I have these resources for helping me, even if other people are not there to help me, you know? This is a really therapeutic conversation to be having. Actually, this is nice. Oh, I'm glad you think so. I was worried I was getting a little bit too negative. I say all this as like me trying to not scare you guys or make things depressing, but rather me trying to say like, if you've ever had thoughts like this before, it's normal and you're not alone, and it's okay to ask people for help, and there's resources out there to help you and stuff, you know? Oh, I do that with stairs. Side note, I hate stairs, but sometimes I worry I'm gonna fling myself down them. Oh yeah, with like regards to the bridge thing, yeah. I can't not count my steps when I walk. And also like the line in the sidewalk separating like the different parts of the pavement, if I walk past it a certain way with a certain thought in my head, I'll think that it comes true if I think it. So then I'll have to backtrack and then take like a step over the line in the pavement while thinking about the opposite of that to like correct it. It sounds insane, but like if you've experienced it, you know what I mean. Like, but yeah, you need to like, it helps when you open up to someone about, one of the things that helps with my OCD is when I talk to someone about it, and that is one of the hardest things, because sometimes I even feel like if I say it out loud, it'll come true or something. But once you actually say it out loud, it can like really help, because it makes you feel like, wait, why are there so many of these? You're like, oh, like, yeah, I said it out loud and nothing bad happened. Or, I don't know, just having someone there to like hear you out and be like, no, you're not crazy. It's okay to think these thoughts. But like, you just know it's like, it's not gonna come true. One of the things that helped me was like my dad telling me as a kid that 80% of the things that people worry about don't happen. I'm sure someone could listen to that and be like, that doesn't help me, because what if the things I worry about are like one of the 20%? But just little things like that can help me personally. I love the Juan and man horse memes. They're such a vibe. I love the man horse. That one's so good. Hey, someone, there's a spam bot. Saribot couldn't get it in time. That's okay. Oh, thank you, Halsey. Thank you, Mod. I have to hold the railing like my life depends on it, because it might. Yeah, for me, I have like favorite numbers too. And by favorite, I mean like, I have my OCD like ties into my superstitions a lot. So I think 13 and 4 are bad numbers, right? Like they're unlucky numbers, but it actually factors into like, if I do something like a ritual or like a compulsive behavior, and mine always involves a lot of counting. If I do that and it's like, it ends on a 6 is also a bad number for me. A 6, a 4, or a 13, or some certain like multiple of that, it's like bad. I have like these crazy systems in my head where they don't even make sense to me, but I just know it makes me feel bad if I do something a certain amount of times. So I'll avoid those numbers like the plague. 7 is one of my good like favorite numbers. Also like 3 and 8 8 is a little tricky because I don't like how 8 and 0 are even numbers. And they also, a 0 goes like this, right? And an 8 goes like this. They go in an infinite loop, which makes me think of how it's like there's no way out of it. That just feels bad to me. I've never newly met an important person in my life on purpose. I used to worry. Oh wait, it sucks so much when you have one of those thoughts that if you don't do something specifically bad will happen, and then it happens. Don't ask me how I know. I'll never shut up. Yeah, it's the worst when something does coincidentally happen, and you're like, oh, I know logically it's like not related to it, but it's like, how do you know? You know what I mean? But I do think even now when I'm talking about it out loud with this, like you guys, I am still scared that someone might think I'm crazy, but I feel comforted knowing that because you guys also go through the same thing. I think it grounds me a bit in reality. So like, this is why I say that talking with someone who at least can understand you or hear you out without judgment can really help you. And it's kind of like illusion breaking when you talk to someone else who also has OCD. Because when I talk to them, I'm like, why am I able to tell this person that their intrusive thoughts and their fears are not going to come true because of what they do or don't do? Whereas I think that my delusions are going to happen, you know? So if you think about it that way, it can actually help you feel a little better. And maybe a little bit at ease that the things that you're worried about will not come true. You know? I hope that makes sense. It might be crazy. Is 6-7 a neutral number? That's actually a really funny question. Maybe 6-7 is proof that a cultural icon came out of that, and it's combining my worst and favorite numbers. Maybe that gives me hope. Here, let me adjust my headphones. Do you think OCD overlaps a lot with people who are superstitious? Hold on, let me answer this after I do this. I accidentally opened an umbrella in my room and freaked out a little. Dude, I have that same... Okay, my superstitions... I have really bad superstitions as well. I think that we're kind of... My guess is that we're kind of predisposed to becoming more superstitious because we are kind of like... we're kind of more like likely to fall for that stuff anyway, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I think we're more likely to be susceptible to believing in those kinds of things because of how we are, or it could be the other way around. But yeah, I don't walk under ladders. I don't open umbrellas indoors. Sometimes I'll try to test myself. I'll be like, maybe I'll try it when I'm feeling a little bit okay, because exposure therapy does help. And then I'll try not to think about it after I do it. It still does freak me out, but you know what I mean? Yeah, I believe in jinxing stuff and like luck in general. I think if you ever have any like small things, if you ever feel ready for it, on a day where you feel good and you have like a more minor intrusive thought or like compulsion, trying to kind of test it like, oh, I'm gonna step on that crack in the pavement and not have have a bad thought on purpose and just walk away. Or like you have the urge to wash your hands for the 5th time in a row. My psychiatrist told me that when that happens, try to wait it out as long as possible before you wash your hands and see how long you can go without it. And then you might even be able to distract yourself into not doing it on a good day. Kind of like try to like spit in the face of your OCD. Try to test it out, like be a little dangerous. And it can kind of help sometimes if you ever feel up for it. Just being like, oh, I'm not gonna do the compulsion to like correct that behavior or that superstition that I just had. I'm just gonna stay here. Testing it out with little things like that can help too. People can be vulnerable to cults. I definitely believe that 100%. Yeah, that is extremely... One of the things also was like, I was really religious growing up, and I think that fed horribly into my OCD because everything that I was worried about was just being further backed up by the possibility of something bad happening because there was supposedly like an omnipotent God out there watching me and stuff. I was really afraid of people that I love going to hell. That was a huge thing that I was scared about. And I think that if I had not been exposed to religion, I think I went for like a 6 or like, it happened from the age of when I was like 5 or 4 until I was like 12. So that's like 8 years of like panic attacks and crying and like my, you know, going through a lot of it alone. I think if religion had not been in the equation, it would have been much easier for me. Yeah, I think it pretty much, it just sucks. And I think I still have like trauma from it, and so now when I go to church, let's say, even if it's like for like a funeral or like my friend's like, hey, do you want to come to the service with me? Like one time my friend just wanted to introduce me to her church, not to convert me, but just to be like, this is what I like to do. I was like, why do I feel weird like afterwards? And then I started having a panic attack later that day, and I was like, why am I feeling this way? And the person I was seeing at the time was like, okay, I thought this would happen, but you know, like, I don't think it was a good idea for you to go to that place. And I was like, oh, true. Head pat, thank you. I appreciate it. I will say I started to journal last month, and seeing how silly some of my thoughts are have really helped. Yeah, just, I think it's so scary to like write it down or like say it out loud, but when you do, it can really help. I know this might be like a checking behavior that I'm feeding into with one sentence, but I want to assure you guys, I have 300% confidence, see, it's a good number, that none of the things that you guys are worrying about will happen. That because like nothing that you do is going to encourage these bad things or intrusive thoughts to happen. If you can't trust yourself, trust me, everything's gonna be okay. Sometimes, you know, it's good to not really rely on other people for that, but I do think it helps when someone that you open up to is like, listen, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be fine. Just like, that's why sometimes when I'm upset, I'll ask Maddie to be like, can you tell me everything's gonna be okay? And they'll be like, everything's gonna be okay. And I don't know why, but that helps. Just hearing someone say that out loud to me. I believe you. Yay! Yeah, trust in Froggy, our new religion. Join my cult of 8 dogs. Had a panic attack when old memories of church arose. I think I'm doing better now, but it can be intermittent. Yeah, I try to avoid church like the plague. I just don't feel good at church. Like, I don't know. Even when Mass is a little bit better because I grew up going to Protestant churches as a kid, and there's a certain vibe that I like don't, that like brings back old memories. But Mass, my mom's Catholic because she went back to being Catholic after like when I was a teenager. And like, it's more just like quiet there. There's not like people like singing, I don't know why, but like a Hillsong kind of like youth group gospel songs really like irk me and bring back bad memories. But when I hear people like being quiet at Mass, I'm like, yeah, I'll fall asleep, but it's not as bad as when I was younger. Okay, King Henry VIII. Sorry, I leave for 5 minutes and Halsey starts a religion. Who moderates the mods? It's me. I left my old church to start a new one. Isn't there like a gigantic like flying spaghetti monster church that someone made as a joke, since anyone can legally start a religion? We've come full circle. Maybe I should make fences. Okay. I'm gonna go back and get my thingy. Pastafarianism, yes, yes, yes. Oh, this song! There was one census the UK did where enough people put down Jedi for it to be recognized as a religion. Seriously? Okay, but I need to be honest with you guys. The Jedi kind of fucking suck. I think the Sith is where it's at. Like, you're really gonna tell me you have to be unfeeling and like a monk to be like a good guy? Oh, you have a wife. You're in love with someone. You can't care for and then Anakin telling them that he keeps having like visions about his mom dying and they're like, Anakin, you're crazy, dude. That's so funny. The Jedi kind of, at least like the Order, like the Council or whatever, they kind of suck. I would rather feel too much than nothing at all. I say that though, and then sometimes I have days where I'm like, I wish I didn't feel anything, I'm so tired. Froggy moderates the mods, nobody moderates Froggy, evidenced by that Tetris drawing. That is unfortunately very true. Where the hell was my old place? Hello? What? Okay, hold on. I texted Maddie and I said, are you going to the cafe? And they said, what? No, I'm at work. I didn't know they were at work. I have screenshots from that time. That's so funny. Did you take a screenshot of it? Hi, Risu. I've been having some dissociation lately and not feeling as chill sometimes. I think it is kind of like pleasant to imagine, but okay, how many of you guys, I'm genuinely wondering, how many of you guys, if you feel often like you feel way too much and you wish you like didn't feel so much, like so intensely, then say me in chat. Me. I chat with a friend, show the Tetris love drawings to him. No! What did your friend say? That's so funny. Dude, I should send those to Osuke. No, that would be like harassment. I can't. Where the hell is my old house? Oh, wait. That's not it. Where is it? Okay, do any of you ever feel like, now say me if you feel like you don't feel enough and you feel like you wish that you could feel more. I'm not 100%, but it might be sure, it might be by the massive lake. Thank you, Manjari. Nothing much, I'm under my friend's group, the Tetris addict, it's normal behavior. Out of all the Tetris blocks, which one would be like, oh, there it is. Which one would be like the anime pretty boy? No, I feel enough. I'll give them me here. I struggle with extremely low empathy. Sometimes I wish I had lower empathy. Do you guys ever feel like sad for inanimate objects? This sounds crazy, but like sometimes it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. Sometimes I'll see like a lamp and I'm like, oh my god, its only purpose is to just like turn on and off. Does anyone really appreciate it? And I'll feel really sad for it all of a sudden. And it's so upsetting that I'll like have to actively distract myself to stop myself from feeling that. I don't know why. It's really weird. I feel sad for my plants. Yeah, plants too. It's like I don't feel bad, but I want to help. I can't really explain it without sounding like a bad person. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you're a bad person if you don't feel empathy or if you have low empathy. I think people who say that you have, if anyone ever accuses you of being a bad person because you have low empathy, I would say that person maybe needs to rethink their definition of what a good person is, because it's just like, I don't know, I think that's kind of being selective about, it's kind of being hypocritical, isn't it? Like you're a bad person because you can't feel, and I feel like that's literally like, sometimes it's like a chemical thing in the brain, sometimes it's like a self-defense mechanism, sometimes that's just how we are. but trying to say someone's a bad person because they have low empathy is like actually kind of a psychotic thing to say. And that's also one way to further encourage that person to be a bad person, because you're essentially isolating someone for not intrinsically, like, for not feeling empathy right from the get-go. Empathy is something that you learn a lot of the times. Like, if you ever work with kids, you can tell. It's something that you learn. Some babies have it from the very beginning. But if you ostracize someone or, like, other them based on the fact that they don't feel a certain way from the get-go, that's just, like, kind of more so, like, encouraging them to, like, veer off into a different... It's like the Pygmalion effect. If you expect something of someone, they're more likely to end up in that spot. Yeah, lack of empathy does not equal not caring. That's like crazy to me that someone... I understand why people might draw that conclusion, but it's very backwards. I'm extremely apathetic and still don't want to feel anything. The tall blue block should be the handsome anime guy. Oh yeah, I read that earlier. Yeah, I think that one too. That's what I was thinking as well. I think the T block would be like a weird incel. I know I'm dissociating, and to be honest, I 100% understand why my brain thought this is better. Yeah, I could see that. I remember once trying to get over a bad experience where I felt like I was overreacting. Eventually I came to the realization that I prefer this over the idea of being able to get through that experience without being impacted. Yeah, I think it's hard to forgive myself for it a lot of the time, but I believe myself to be a good person in the very depths of my core. Yeah, I think what really matters is, like, if everyone was deemed a good or bad person based on their thoughts alone, everyone would be a bad person. But it's what you do in response to those thoughts that really matters. Da, 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 da. Is this done? Da, 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 da. It's taking so long, bro. Here, let's just do this. Get it later. O Block is the funny, annoying guy. Yeah, like, what does he even do? Like, pick a lane, my guy. Oh yeah, I read this one book that I thought was very interesting. It's called Sociopath by Patrice Gagne or something like that. I thought it was very fascinating. I recommend it to anyone out there, but it's about this woman who was diagnosed, like, with antisocial personality disorder, and she was talking about, like, the way that her parents, like, something I appreciated about what she remembered of how her parents would talk to her is, like, or teacher was, like, she did this thing where, so she obviously struggled with, like, empathy and feeling it, right, and knowing what the right thing to do was, and she said, like, she would have the urge to do impulsive things. I love this song. Da, 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 da. It's Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I want to play that one. Okay, anyways. She said she would, like, struggle with knowing what the right thing to do is because she lacked empathy. Gagny sounds like gauged me. She said that, like, she would do this thing every week with her mom while her mom was baking. Her mom knew that she struggled with empathy, so she would always feel like she could talk to her mom about it, though. So as a kid, she would sit under the table and just, like, talk to her mom about things that she did that week that she didn't know if it was wrong or right. Or she'd be, like, kind of confess, I guess. She'd be like, Mom, I stole this thing from a girl, and I still am kind of confused as to why it's bad to do that. And her mom would be like, well, remember, it's like, we don't steal because of this and this, and it hurts other people's feelings, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, every time then, like, she would tell her mom all these things that she did, and then her mom would tell her, like, this is what you could do to make it better, to make up for it, and this is what you should do in the future to prevent yourself from doing that. And then she would come out from under the table and hug her mom, and her mom would tell her that she loved her. And I think like her experience with that definitely cemented her ability to like understand people more and at least like cognitively empathize with them, even if she couldn't like feel the empathy. I don't know. I think that was really interesting. She said eventually she did have a falling out with her mother and it was hard for her to like talk to her, but like she would tell her mom like, "Hey mom, I know you told me not to listen to that CD anymore because you think I'm too young for it, but I ended up stealing it. I ended up digging it out of the garbage again and I listened to it secretly. And like, sorry, I guess." And then her mom would be like, "Okay, well, thank you for telling me. I do need to take them back, but I'm glad that you told me." She'd be like, "Okay." I think I appreciated that she was able to still talk to her mom about things like this without fear of getting screamed at. I think I moved everything successfully. Yay! Let's put the bed here. This is a nice house. I think it's okay. It's definitely giving like my little brother's like dirt cube house, but we're getting there. Smelt. Okay, anvil. How do we make the anvil again? It's like 1 block or 2 blocks of iron, right? Oh, and I can make a shield. Four ingots. Iron block, iron block, iron block, none. Iron, none. Iron, iron, iron. Okay. My ingots. Oh wait, no, that's not an ingot, that's a nugget. This, is it like this? Yeah. No! I don't have enough for a... Oh my god. Iron, none. I need to put this back and get more iron. Fuck! Rats were short. No! Okay, let's go and get more. I'm sad. Da, 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 da. Hindsight is 2020. Let's put these back. I think a lot of why people assume people with low empathy are like evil is because they don't think how you can learn to act like someone who cares. I might not understand what you're feeling, but I can definitely act like I can, and I think just putting that effort says at least you care a bit. Yeah, exactly. I think people also like to reduce a lot of human morality to, oh, everyone on Earth is like born with the innate ability to tell right from wrong, and that's not something we have to teach, and therefore it sustains the belief that they have that like you're either born good or bad. Because when we see someone doing something terrible, like horrible, like crimes against humanity, it's easier and more comforting for us to believe that it's just because they were born that way, because it severely is disturbing to us when we are like, oh, that could have been anyone. If you had grown up in a different circumstance or been affected by this one traumatic event, like you could have been that person. Like thinking like that makes people really uncomfortable. And when you are also thinking like, it makes it easier for them to be like, that's something that they would do. I would never do that. I'm better than that. So when you add a gray area to human morality, or the possibility that you or I could have, or anyone could have done like what that terrible person did, it makes it so that they have to think about all these different things that are really uncomfortable and these possibilities, and most people don't want to think about those things. You know what I mean? No, you didn't word that weird. It made perfect sense. Yeah, I like to be real with people and tell them about my struggle to consult, but I'll always be there as a solutions guy who's willing to help. Yeah, I think it's also hard to be like, when someone's like, I just want you to listen, and I think a lot of people will want to be like, well, I want to help and provide solutions, but also even just sitting there with your friend while they're not feeling good, just being there with them can also help, you know? Yeah, I'm not that person you can go to cry because I don't know what to do other than problem solve. Sometimes problem solving is good, sometimes just like listening is good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it helps to ask what they need. Ooh, more mining. Ba, 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 ba. I kind of not had the time to deal with problems the way I've been forced to get my head down and solve as quickly as possible. Do you feel like when you have a problem with something, your first instinct is to be like, I need to solve it right now. I need to get to the nitty-gritty of it. It's become my default, but it doesn't work for everyone. Yeah, I think my dad and I have this in common. When we hear like a friend or a loved one needs help or like is sad, we want to fix it for them because our way of expressing our love and affection and care is like, we want to make it so that they don't feel that way anymore. So we want to get down to the root of it and fix it. But honestly, it's the reality of it is like a lot of people just want you to listen to them first, you know? So what I've learned is that I only offer a solution when it seems like they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Or if they're like, I need help. What do you think I should do? Yeah. It's like my way of caring is, oh, I see you're hurt because of this. So I want to make the problem go away so you don't feel hurt anymore. But not everyone works like that. And I think understanding that is a big step in trying to learn to be more helpful to your loved ones, I guess. I immediately calculate the worst possible outcome and start dealing with damage control. Yeah, I think this sounds weird, but as my father being sort of a negative example of that, because I remember feeling shitty because he would do that when I really didn't need him to fix something. I just wanted him to listen to me. And I think seeing how I felt when he would do that to me helps me understand how other people will feel when I do that to them on accident, even if I don't try to be an asshole, you know? So be like, oh, you just want me to listen. Okay, I'm sorry. It's hard to only, hi Baba! Oh my god, hi! It's hard to only deal with symptoms of the problem rather than the root of it, but sometimes that's all someone needs. Yeah. I've also talked to some people too where they're like, why aren't you giving me any solutions? I need help now. I'm like, oh, sorry, I thought you just wanted me to listen. As long as they just tell me, I'm like, okay. Hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're doing well too. We're all just hanging out and vibing. I'm very slowly mining. All the caves I find, the cave I just went into, it was one where I accidentally ended up mining into water again. So I need to find a better place to start once more. Where's my horse? Where is my freaking horse? I do struggle greatly with consoling. It's not from lack of feeling for them, but lack of understanding how to help. Yeah, I think it's really interesting how a lot of people on the spectrum either feel like so intensely or they don't have a lot of empathy, or like, I think there's a big misunderstanding that neurotypical people like to make of, you know how like a lot of media depictions of like autism are like, oh, he's really good at math and he doesn't understand emotional problems and he's unfeeling. He's like Sherlock Holmes from BBC, or like you know, whatever. But I think the reality of it is people get it inverted. So people with autism, from what I recall, it's not all of them, but like not all of us, but like more likely what the misconception is that people with antisocial personality disorder who do not feel a lot of empathy, and remember that's also a spectrum too, they do not feel a lot of emotional empathy, but they have a lot of cognitive empathy. So if someone tells them like, oh, it makes me upset when you're late for this, they'll be able to be like, more often than not, a person with ASPD, I believe, would be more able to be like, oh, okay, you're angry because of these different steps that I took and that makes you feel upset because I'm not valuing your time and stuff, and you have other things to do. Whereas they're not gonna really feel that same like upsetness. Like if they see you crying, they're not really gonna, they may be less likely to feel like sad with you. But then like, if you're, let's say, I think for more often than not, people with autism tend to be like better with, they tend to feel more emotional empathy, but they struggle with cognitive empathy. So for me, it's like, if someone tells me that they're upset and I see them crying in front of me, I will be really sad with them. And I think that's also why it's easier for me to forgive people when I like talk to them like face to face, or like if they're upset and stuff, like I feel more bad for them. But like if I'm talking to someone and they're like, I'm upset with you, and they don't tell me why, I'll feel sad that they're sad, but I don't understand until they tell me like why, like directly. So if they expect me to just get the hint, due to like practice throughout my life, sometimes I can like pick up the signals and stuff. But I think that a lot of the times it's like, I don't understand logically what I did to make you feel upset. And I genuinely feel bad that I made them upset, but I don't understand like the steps that were made to make them feel that way until they tell me. Do you know what I mean? I hope that doesn't sound crazy. I don't take any time to process, I just jump to what's next. I think it makes people assume that I don't care at all because when bad stuff happens, I won't cry for months. Then I break down on a random day at the most inconvenient time. Oh yeah, when people have different reactions to grief and people are like, you're not crying in the way or that everyone else is, you must be not feeling anything. That's really shitty because everyone has a different way of like reacting. Some people like freeze up, or some people are feeling devastated, but they can't cry in front of other people. So if you see so-and-so not crying at the funeral, you know, just like know that everyone processes it differently, you know what I mean? I cry super hard at films and games though, so more so than at stuff in real life. I also know people who feel very, very deeply and intensely, but they don't cry a lot. They can't cry in front of other people. It's like different. I can do the listening and understanding. Solutions or consoling words other than yeah, I understand, those are valid feelings is all I can do. Yeah. I feel intensely, maybe that's the issue because I could just be an echo. I had a friend console me really well by just playing stupid Roblox games with me for 4 hours after I got rejected. Yeah, even like just spending time with someone, or even I like to make it clear when that happens, like, hey, I don't really know what I can do to make you feel better. Do you need like a distraction? Like, do you need someone to keep you company, or do you want to talk about it? And sometimes, I think a lot of the times just asking point blank, like a really blunt question like that can help me understand. And it also reduces the chances of them misunderstanding. So if I'm like, oh, I guess what they need is for someone to just be with them and not ask about the problem, then they might misunderstand and be like, oh, she doesn't care. In reality, it's like, you just need to say what your intention is. I'm gonna die if I go down there. So usually I'll say like, hey, I'm doing this because I think that's what you need. And if it's not, you can tell me. I also start my like discussions that way if I have a fight with someone and I'm trying to make up with them. If I'm like saying, hey, this really upset me when you said this. Often, it's also hard for me to just like remember things and stay on track when I'm talking to someone in a serious way like that. So I'll write it down and then I'll say, hey, I wrote this down to keep track of what I'm saying. I'm not looking at my phone to like be distracted or anything. This is where I wrote my notes. And I always start off by saying, I want to establish that the reason I'm having this conversation with you is because I still really value our friendship and I want to take the step forward to like make up with you. Because if I didn't, then I don't know. I think that does help kind of like soften the ground a bit, because it's easy if you have a fight with someone or miscommunication, everything can seem like an attack sometimes, but just establishing that right off the get-go, saying like, I'm having this conversation with you because it's important to me and I want to fix the problem with you, that can really help. I've given high praise for the show Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Oh yeah, although the first episode for the most part was not great, except for one really good scene, where the case goes wrong and her client starts crying, and you can see tears welling up in Wu while she freezes and can't console her. That's the scene that kept me watching, and I thought it captured the experience perfectly. Yeah, like, you feel so sad with them, but you don't know, like, what to do. It's very real. The abyss yearns to swallow you. Everywhere I go, this game wants me to die. This whole thing has made me reflect. I'm either a solution or a distraction, not, okay, let's sit down, talk about all this and cry, because that's not how my brain works. I can't say, I know how you feel, because I definitely don't. Sometimes you can even just say, I don't know what to say, but what would you say? Or maybe not in the moment, but if you ever ask a friend, if you're curious, just saying like, when you're upset, what makes you feel better when you want someone to just hear you out? When people say like, I want you to validate my feelings, it's like weird because I also want my feelings validated, but I can't provide a good concrete example of what I want to hear when I want someone to just listen to me, you know? So sometimes even asking your friends like, how can I help you feel less alone by listening to you? You know? The spectrum is really interesting because my partner is usually stoic and emotionally distant, and then there's just me who feels all the emotions at the slightest trigger, lol. Yeah, it's so different for everyone. That's why I don't say like all autistic people feel this way, all autistic people are like this and that. It's because if you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. It's so different for everyone. These things that I notice about autistic people is just things that I notice like as a common thing that can happen, but I never mean it to be like, oh, all of us are like this. You know what I mean? Bro, I am getting so close to having enough points for Discord access. Soon you all should see my you all shall see my stinky cats. I'm gonna say something sad, but it's been a few years, so I'm completely good. But my childhood dog died, and I never cried, at least not in front of anyone. And months later, someone in my family was like, I thought you hated that dog. I was baffled. That's such an insensitive thing for them to say to you. I don't know. Like, it would be one thing if like someone was like, oh, I didn't know you were that sad about it because I just didn't see you express it in the way I'm used to with other people. But saying like, I thought you hated that dog is like crazy. I'm very sad I'm sorry about your childhood dog. It's very hard. I think animals are such an important part of our lives, and it's insane that that person would say something like that to you. Soon I could purchase 14 Discord accesses. What would happen? You would get the same link many times. Look at this guy. It's really difficult to navigate conversations with people who treat issues and problem solving as an attack on their character and identity. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm gonna ask my friend that later. I think the world would be a better place if we were more direct and subtext wasn't needed all the time. Yeah. Like, I make it very clear to some people who maybe are just not used to that. I'll be like, hey, by the way, if you have something that you're upset with, I do need you to tell me like directly, because I'm not very good at picking up subtle cues sometimes. So I appreciate it if you ever just are blunt with me, as long as you're not being like outwardly cruel and stuff. And they're sometimes like, oh, okay. Just even telling them that, they'll be like, oh, I see. That's why she's not asking me why I'm giving her the cold shoulder or something. I would like the other person to be curious without having to fear that they will upset me or something. That level of trust is something I would like to have in life. Yeah. I have no idea how they came to that conclusion. We were a year apart, so I hadn't known life without the dog till she died. That is insane. I'm very sorry about your dog passing away. Do you have like any more pets? Like, are you alright now? Or also if we were just more open to different ideas and experiences. That way we wouldn't be saying awful things like, I thought you hated that dog. Yeah. I can't waste my points like that though. I need to save them for opportune head pats. Ah! What the fuck, bro? Maybe I should just mine in this cave. I should give up on doing the staircase for now. What? It's so dark. Oh my god. Why is there water everywhere? Exactly! It's driving me crazy. Thank you for the head pat, Silas. Got you covered. Whoa. Maybe if we just like do this and then keep trying to dig down more like this way. Oh yeah. Ah, stop. Please. Get this frog a sponge so we can finally de-yeet this water. Yeet. Oh yeah, I do have this one. I should make one more. Yeet is excellent commentary, thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone, my name is Markiplier. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play Poppy's Playtime. It's an epic spin-off of Slender 8 Pages, blah 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 blah. I know that's not true, but I'm just ad-libbing. My cat is laying on me again. Yippee! I have a cat now. I got him about a year after she died. He's sitting on my lap right now because he's the most clingy creature to exist. That's so cute! Do your guys' cats like wake you up in the morning? I've been playing too much Pokopia because why is my mind being confused about why you're not breaking blocks 2 at a time? Oh yeah! Pokopia! I watched my friend play it and it looked so cute. It's only on the Switch too, right? Wait, can I put this there? No. Oh shoot. No! Where can I put this? Ow! It's so freaking dark. Oh. Come on. Okay, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It blew my mind that the Minecraft, or the main character is a Minecraft. Makes so much sense though. Our cat wakes my partner up all the time. Luckily, I'm a heavy sleeper. My cat like touches my face and keeps rubbing her butt like on the top of my head until I wake up. It is so annoying and she's really cute. Here, let's do this. More staircase. My friend's dissertation is due soon. He's like 4K words out. He's playing Marvel Rivals. How many words are needed for it? Oh. I don't trust people who hate cats. You know what's interesting? I love dogs, but when I talk to people who are like really into dogs, it's always like, if you say you don't like dogs, you're like perceived as more evil compared to a person who doesn't like cats. Have you guys noticed that, or is it just me? Am I just making things up? Like, of course I love dogs. I cannot really imagine hating dogs. Like, I can't personally understand it. But if you say you hate dogs, you don't like them, it's like all of a sudden, everyone's like, what? How can you say something like that? It's like an actually like universally unpopular opinion, it seems. Like, again, I don't personally understand it, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna say someone's evil because they like don't like dogs. I know in reality it's not that serious, but I'm like, the discrepancy in the reaction between someone saying they hate cats versus dogs is way different. It's very strange. I love dogs, but I'm so awkward around them, so everyone thinks I have a fear of dogs. Yeah, people are more understanding if you say you have a fear of them rather than if you just straight up dislike them, which is interesting to me. How can you hate something that love you more than anything? I do think I like cats more. I feel like by a little bit, but I agree that like a dog is man's best friend. I do think they're more loyal to you than cats, and I feel like I'm gonna get burnt at the stake for saying this, but I do think they have a level of like empathy and like emotional like loyalty and attachment that is not really able to be found in a lot of other animals. I don't think it's like, I'm not saying that a cat could never feel the same way a dog does, but I think that people do say dogs are man's best friend for a reason. But yeah, that's my controversial opinion. The difference in reaction is super noticeable, yeah. People assume I'm like scared of dogs because I won't pet them when they come to me, but like I would feel weird if someone started petting my cat without asking. I usually ask beforehand because I never know, like even if a dog comes up to me, they could still like get like rah, like if I tried to pet them. And also it's just polite to ask, even if the dog is literally there like begging to be pet. It's better to ask their owner before doing anything. So I'll always ask, like, can I pet your dog? And they're like, yeah, sure. Cats are incredibly empathetic. I don't know, I think something about dogs just feels different to me. I don't know. I also love when non-cat owners don't understand how fun it is to bully your cats. It is so fun. Do you ever do that thing where you pet your cat, but then like you start from like too close to their eyes? Not hurting their eyes, but like you pet them backwards on their head and it like pulls their like scalp back a little bit. That sounds violent. Do you know what I mean though? It makes them have a little funny face when you pet them. People think I hate cats. Yeah, when you stretch their faces, it's so funny. People think I hate my cats because I call them fat and stinky. Nah, I totally get it. Yeah, when you pull their ears down too, yes. Do you know when people say like, just because a cat shows you their belly doesn't mean that they want to be pet on their belly? I understand what they mean by that, but I'm like, but sometimes some cats really do like it when you touch their belly. My cat loves it. I do know cats where they extend their belly as a sign of trust, but that they don't actually want to be pet there. I like to rage bait the child by petting their belly. She gives the most harmless bites. It's hilarious. Yeah, when they do that thing where they like grab you and then like kick like a, you know when you give them like a stuffed animal or something and the cat will wrap its paws around the stuffed animal and then like kick with their hind legs. Apparently that's like a cat like predator instinct where it's meant to, if it were going against like another mammal, it's like they used to do that to like break the animal's necks when they're hunting them. That's so funny. Yeah, the kicks. One of my friends came over for the first time and tried to pick up my cat and I yelled at her pretty angrily, like she didn't know, but still. Yeah, you gotta ask before you do stuff like that. I also like, one of the things that you should always like, people should teach their kids to do this whenever they start interacting with animals, but if they should teach their kids to always do this, like if they, before you pet another person's animal, you got to ask first for permission from the owner. And if they say yes, put out your hand so the animal smells the back of your hand from a safe distance. And then if they approach you, then you can start petting them. My mom told me about that from a young age. And then I see other people and they're like, their kids just run over and pet someone's like dog and they're like mad when the dog reacts badly, and it's like, girl, teach your children to be respectful to other people's animals first. We should just get rid of kids. Yeah. I have a cat that loves to lay belly up, and when you look at his belly, he tears your hands off. That is so funny. Maybe this won't lead down a cavern. Frank, I think a lot of problems we have with kids can be attributed to poor parenting. Oh, definitely. Usually when I worked with children, whenever there was like a problem with a kid, most times, usually it was not like the kids, it was not like the parents were doing everything that they could to like see how they could improve their parenting. We would like interact with their parents and be like, oh, that's why the kid's like that. Because the parents would not set boundaries. There are parents where like their children have behavioral issues and their parents are really trying to do their best to like teach their kids to be better and like be stricter and stuff. But you can tell when a parent's actually trying with that versus they're just too afraid to say no to their kids and let them get away with murder. Like that's, you could tell. Usually it's a case of the parent not knowing or caring to like discipline their children. If you have kids, you have to be okay with being the bad guy. You have to be okay with your kids being mad at you. I don't know why, but I think I know why, but a lot of parents these days like don't discipline their children. The whole gentle parenting thing has got to go. Because it started off with good intentions like, oh, don't spank your children, don't hit them, obviously. But now it's become, people are so afraid to like say no to their kids or use a firm voice. Like, don't scream at your kids at the top of your lungs until they cry, right? That's not okay. Don't hit them, don't spank them. But then like, you should still know how to say no to your children. So when I see parents who can't do that, it's weird. They would like expect us to discipline their children for them. So we would teach their kids all these like behaviorals, like solutions and like practices and good ways to manage their emotions. And then as soon as their parents get to the door, their parents would like undo all the hard work that we did. And then they'd be like, why is my child misbehaving? And we'd be like, I don't know, Janice, why don't you tell me? I don't know. I do think it is also like a swing in the opposite direction because I do think a lot of people who are young parents now, some of them probably grew up like getting spanked or like too harshly punished. And there's a good amount of them that are so afraid to do that again to their kids that they just end up not being strict enough. And like I was spanked as a kid and I'm scared of like ever doing that to my children. I think if I ever spanked my kids, I would just cry. I don't ever want to do that to them. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't discipline them at all. Freaking Janice, yeah. I'm very lucky to have a cat that's super chill being touched, but it is only me that's allowed. He's such a wimp otherwise and will scratch. Unfortunately, there aren't enough parents with enough energy to do that. Gentle parenting is good, but people don't actually do it correctly. Yeah, especially with the rise of like social media. There's a lot of Instagram and TikTok moms that are like showing like, oh, I told my kid to stop doing this once and then they did stop. Isn't that so nice? And then other moms will see that and go like, oh man, I must be doing something wrong because I'm gentle like that with my kid and it's not working. And it's like, well, no one's gonna post an Instagram story or a video that goes viral because they're yelling at their kid saying, I told you to stop like hitting your brother. Now I'm going to have to raise my voice a little bit and get mad. No one wants to post a video of themselves like getting mad at their kid like that. No one posts that stuff online. So then young parents will think like, oh, that's not a normal thing to do. And it's like, it is! You have to get angry at your kids sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, they are actually all different. Oh wait, no. We need one more die for one of them. Cool. Blue dye. What if we get a light blue? I might also be a germaphobe courtesy of my OCD, so I might just be weird when people touch the cat. I rub my face all over. White dye. Let's get a light blue. Yay! Hooray! They're all a different color now. Discipline, just no physical discipline. Did you guys ever get timeouts as a kid? I wish my parents gave me timeouts instead of like spanking me. Is that the Froggy? Hi Kobe! How are you? How are you doing? You got both? My parents would tell me to get the stick. I get the stick. I would get the Asian treatment of I'd be hit on the back of my legs and I would have to count each one. One of the punishments I got was standing with one leg, but that was more of a joke punishment. My parents would make my brother and me, they would make us stand with our arms up in the air, and we would be standing really close to the wall, but we could not lean against it, or else that was cheating. He would tell us we would have to do it for like 10 minutes or something, and he would watch us with his arms crossed, and our arms would get so tired like really fast. We'd be crying, it's like, oh, it hurts, we want to put our arms down. And if we put our arms down, he would yell at us, and we would get scared. But he put us against the wall to tempt us into trying it, so then we would get punished for it. He would like play psychological games with us. I usually, house arrest was the punishment though. Yeah, like being grounded. Though I guess it doesn't really work that much if your like kid's an introvert. I think like taking away their like gaming consoles or like social media and stuff would be a good punishment. Back then I was often outside though. I loved going around to like the park and just playing with my brother. It was always fun. Grounded was how I learned to build PCs. I mean, that's cool that you got something out of it. I got hit with a belt on occasion. I was a deceptively bad kid. You got the belt. I never got the belt, but I got the stick. Forcing introverts to go outside is maybe a good punishment. Oh, true! You have to go outside and pick berries. I didn't get the belt. I am glad that my parents never slapped me on the face, though. I mean, don't spank your kids in general either, but like, I would hear some of my friends got like slapped in the face, and I'd be like, whoa, like that feels like a personal, like, I hate you kind of thing. Belt is louder than how much it hurts. I think also the belt just seems like more like malignant or like malicious. It's like now your kid's gonna associate the sound of like someone changing with like getting beat. It's like, bro. I think making the kids like get really bored as punishment is a good effective way to like discipline them. Just be like, yeah, you're gonna be bored. Sorry. Suck it up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. Let's do this. I think this is a good place to stop. What do you guys think? We went on for quite a long time compared to usual. How about I'll stream again on, what is it? On Monday, on the 25th at 12 p.m. PDT. We could, how about we can raid, ooh, we can raid another frog. How about that? Let's raid Lilypad again. Let's do that. Yeah, thank you guys for coming to hang out. I had a lot of fun talking to you guys and just vibing today. It was very good vibes. Yeah, thank you guys so much. A lot of my lighter punishments were go to bed, go take a nap, or go to bed early. Now chronic insomnia. I'm a chronic napper. Okay, when we raid, make sure to say frog raid. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye bye.